Ugh.
Ta-da! I'm here. You're here. How's it going, friends? Are you enjoying the groovy Euro truck beats? Hey, it's great to see you. Thanks for being here. Thank you for your patience tonight. There I am. Heck yeah, Naga. I made it. I'm tired, but I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here with all y'all. I put a little announcement in the Discord. And if you're not on our community Discord, I encourage you to do so, to join it. It's a great place to stay up to date on ASMR nerd things and also chat with some of the cool people here. ! Discord in the chat. We'll get you a link over there. Or you can find it down in the stream description too on YouTube, I think. Pretty sure it's there. But yeah, I put a little announcement there about an hour and a half ago, just saying, hey, I've been away all day. Sarah and I were out of town for a baby shower of one of her relatives. And because we live on an island, oftentimes being out of town means traveling on a boat. I'm on a boat, mother. And sometimes those boats don't always travel on perfect schedule because they're often very busy, especially today, as it turns out. I think maybe spring break is happening right now or something, but there were so many like kids, students on that boat. Lots of sports teams traveling. Anyway, so we got in later than we had planned, about 40 minutes later. And that's why I'm about 40-ish minutes late starting this stream. So 40, maybe I'm an hour late starting this stream. But anyway, I was cutting it pretty close. And I'm going to pin this one on BC Ferries. It's all BC Ferries' fault. That's a common refrain amongst residents of this province and this island especially. But hello everyone. It is good to be here, and I'm glad that y'all have made it out. It's nice that you're here despite the late hour, the late start to this stream, and I'm glad we managed to make it happen, because of course I also didn't stream on Thursday because work and wedding planning and all kinds of stuff has just been crazy. It's very busy in ASMR Nerdland these days. And I just do my best to juggle the things. But this is a nice break of sorts to do something fun, something that I enjoy doing very much, and that is hanging out with all of you. Shout out to the Twitch gang, of course. Shout out to the YouTube gang, because this is a multi-stream, as we've been doing for the last, I don't know, 4 months, 5 months now. And shout out to future VOD viewers, whether you are on YouTube or on Twitch. It's wonderful to have you joining us in the future. As always, I hope the future is okay. That's a common refrain. It's a general sentiment. I hope the future's okay, you guys. I hope it's all right. Some days I wonder, but all we have is the here and now, and here and now we're hanging out. Sorry, let's just get really existential. Let's heap on the existential dread right off the start of the stream. This is relaxing. I hope you sleep well and have good dreams. But this is what happens when I'm tired and I get rambly. All right, that's a lot of talking up front. Who have we got here? I'm gonna have to scroll back, which means I have to kill the chill music vibes for a moment, because they disappear when I alt tab out of the software. And I see here one Bruce over on Twitch, who, as far as I can see, is certified first, but Bruce himself tells me that Naga was here earlier Pretty sure that's what Bruce said. Yes, Naga was here first. So, as far as Bruce knows, and what Bruce knows is as far as I know. So, Naga, congratulations. Certified first tonight on Twitch. Bruce coming in with a respectable second. And Edboy Actual coming in certified third tonight. Congratulations to our first, second, third gang on Twitch. Over on YouTube, Hot Jack taking the crown once again. Coming on in first. Second place goes to Sparrow86 tonight. Sparrow, great to see you. And rounding out the podium on YouTube chat, Freaky. Wonderful to see you all. And then Smitty coming in very close, fourth place. But first in the chat with that sweet channel membership badge. Looks fantastic. Smitty, thanks again for joining up. And I hope you enjoyed being certified first on this weekend's video as well. Certified early access first, no less. And that video, in case any of you have not seen it yet on the YouTube channel, it's a beer tasting video. And it has not one, not two, but three super tingly, ultra satisfying, fizzy, crisp beer pours for you. I know how much y'all love the beer pour around here. So I got 3 of those in tonight's video, but we will have another one in tonight's stream, of course, as is tradition. By the way, Meadowly, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It's great to have you with us. Really nice to have you here. Also really nice is John Wismiller, who hit that resub before I was even here, before I was on the camera. John resubbing for 31 months. Like I said, ever closer to that 3-year mark. What the heck? Where does the time go? But, John, thank you again for another amazing month of being so very kind, so very incredibly enthusiastic and supportive for what we have here. Your words, your kindness always warms my heart, so thank you. Also, shout out to Pizza Hunter 420, who followed a little bit earlier. Thanks, Pizza Hunter. Hope you found your pizza. Who else we all got up in this? Sorry, I have to kill the sweet tunes once again because I gotta scroll again. I will eventually get caught up and then the tunes can persist. Sargon, you are correct. I was very late tonight. But we're here, you know. I figure that's a victory, all things considered. It was a long day. We left the house around 7:30 this morning, and we did a lot of driving, and boating. Not that I had to drive the boat, mind you, but and who else we got? Naga coming in again, but as we know, certified first. Sargon says, I can't remember if you said when the wedding is. It's coming up in mid-May. So it's like 2 months-ish away. It's coming up quick. Real quick. And there's still quite a bit left for us to figure out. Well, we've got the main pieces in place, mostly. But yeah, we're definitely coming in pretty hot here. So, and like I said on the previous stream, or last couple streams, I think, wedding planning is a lot. I understand now why people hire wedding planners. We foolishly opted to not do that. If I could go back and do it again, I think I would get a wedding planner. I think it would be worth it. But yeah, I don't know, we were stubborn about it, so we just didn't. But we have had help from family, which has been a real boon. Nevi, fantastic to see you. Welcome on in. John there in the chat. Hello, John. Livy, what's up? Welcome. Fargolza, great to see you. Pearls, of course, wonderful to see you. I suspect Pearls was pretty early here tonight too and just staying silent. I feel like Pearls deserves an honorary certified first at all times badge. If I could do that, I would. Dawn's Eternal Light, hello, wonderful to see you. The evening's going great now that we are here, for sure. Argus Rex, it's gamer time, serious gamer time, because we are serious gamers around these parts. I'm a very competitive gamer, you might have noticed. Very game focused on these streams. Very little audience interaction because I need to maintain my focus on my gaming. So it's real gamer hours around here. MZ9, hello, welcome. Nice to have you here. Overthinks, welcome. My Dolphin Fin, welcome. Fresh wax for that truck. Yeah, it's looking shiny. I wish I could make it even shinier. I'm glad you picked up on that Lonely Island reference, Bruce. I'm glad you're picking up what I'm putting down. Friend of a friend, hello. Welcome on in. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Just getting those tunes back. One of the best parts of any Euro Truck stream. What genre would you call this? I don't know what kind of music the menu music in simulator games is, but there's definitely a vibe that like other simulator games have too. Also, Bunger knows what's up. Bunger knows what's up. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a feel, but Euro Truck in particular. But it's like I don't know. I really could put my finger on it, but I can't say I can think of any other music quite like this. Smitty over on YouTube says, "Man, I'm having some beers tonight. Gotta go to LCBO soon and try some craft brews. What are you looking for? If you go to the liquor store, take a look at the wall of beers. What jumps out at you? Are you the kind of person who makes your buying decision based on the look of the can? Or are you looking for certain styles? Or are you just looking for new stuff that you've never tried before? Well, what is this? We got a raid. We got a raid coming on. It's Spooky Libra. Welcome. Come on in. Join us. Join us. Spooky Libra and Raiders, it is wonderful to have you here. I'm just clicking on through here. Spooky Libra, I don't know if I'm familiar with you or if I'm following you or what's going on here. But thank you so much for the raid. I'm just checking. Spooky Libra, do you do ASMR? I forgive my ignorance. Or are you sort of a variety streamer? I see you're playing some Baldur's Gate 3, which is super rad. That is super rad. Sorry, don't mind me while I just bombard you with 1,000,000 questions here as soon as you've arrived. Let me try this again. Thank you for joining us here. Thank you for bringing your community on in to hang out with us. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. For those who just arrived and have never been here before, welcome. My name's Nick. I'm the ASMR nerd. I do nerdy ASMR stuff. It's really that simple. It's right there in the name, as advertised. Sometimes that involves video games here on the streams, oftentimes, but there's a lot of chatting as well. Sometimes there's other things like keyboard unboxings, stuff like that, but there's a variety of stuff we do. At any rate, we're all about the good games, the good friends, the good vibes around here. That's what we do. So I'm sure you're gonna fit right in. Please feel free to make yourself at home. Get comfy. Pull up a chair. Get a nice warm drink. Get cozy under a blanket, and feel free to just vibe with us. We really only just got rolling here, so I'm still, well, we're 20 minutes in, but by my standards, that's just getting going. But we will be playing at some point this eve some Euro Truck Simulator 2. Euro Truck Simulator 2, which again is exactly what it sounds like. We get in a truck and we simulate transporting things from one place to another place in Europe. It's that simple. Sounds ridiculous, I know, but it's actually fairly engaging. And pretty chill. Spooky Libra says, variety streamer, but I'm an avid ASMR super fan. Nice. Well, it's so wonderful to have you here. I came in with a teeny raid and I was so happy with the vibes and the community. Well, I'm so glad that you chose to come back. Okay, so I didn't have to give the whole spiel, but you know, for your raiders coming in with you, just so they know what's up as well. Hopefully everybody's on the same page here now. Thank you for the kind words, and it is so nice to have you back, Spooky Libra. Yeah, that's right. We were playing Baldur's Gate 3. I want to say that was last Sunday, right? That was a week ago, I think. I really appreciate that. How was your BG3 tonight? How was your stream? I assume you were playing. I think that's what I saw when I clicked through on your page, so I hope you had a great time. That's right, said a dragon cuddle up next to your favorite potato. This right here is not my favorite potato. It's a good potato, but my favorite potato is each and every one of you. Y'all are my favorite taters. All of you. All the spud buds, all the tater tots, all the potato pals. Speaking of potato pals, that is one spicy potato pal right there. That, my friends, is Odinson coming on in for a 38-month resub. Odinson, if you were a potato dish, some kind of prepared potato food, what would you be? What would you, if you had a potato cuisine that embodied you? Odinson, thank you for the 38 months. It's really good to see you. It's been a little bit. I've been keeping, my friend. I've been keeping. Oh, hey, I'm being super rude and I forgot to do the shout out thing. Oh, Spooky Libra. I think I did that correctly. Wonderful. And so, y'all, you can click on that heart there. Follow Spooky Libra, who I must say, again, I've never had the pleasure of hanging out on Spooky Libra's stream, but I'm going to lead by example. That's the one. I'm going to click that heart. And now I'm following Spooky Libra. And I look forward to being able to drop in on a stream sometime soon. And hang out with Spooky Libra and their community. So, after the excitement of that raid and making some new friends and a resub from Odinson, now I've fallen behind in the chat again. So let me just see if I can get caught up here. He says, hopefully. I saw Overthinks. I saw Friend of a Friend. Hello and welcome in, you too. Grapple says, look at this nerd over here getting married. Yeah, only nerds get married. What a nerdy thing to do. My Dolphin Fin says, congratulations, the ASMR nerd and future Mrs. ASMR nerd. Thank you. I'm sure she'll love it when that is what the officiant says at our wedding. I present to you the ASMR nerd and Mrs. ASMR nerd. Hey, it's Nakoma. It's Nakoma. Nakoma says, I have found time to make it to the stream for my birthday. Nakoma, happy birthday once again. Once again. Wait, does this mean we owe you another happy birthday? I think it does. I think that's probably part of the rules. Part of the rules. Hello and welcome, Nakoma. If you would like another happy birthday, I'd be happy to sing you another happy birthday. But if you feel like that's too much, then that's fine too. I respect that. But welcome on in, Nakoma. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm so glad that you chose to hang out with us tonight. I also see that Nakoma requested a blood sugar check, and I'm doing okay. But I had a real bad spike earlier. It was, like I said, it was a long day. I was having a real low. We were at this baby shower, and I had this extended hypo glycemic episode, and so I had some of the cake and a lemon bar. I made a mistake. I thought that I needed as much dessert as I had, and it seemed okay at the time. But then we had to drive for a long distance, and we had to get somewhere by a certain time, and I wasn't watching my blood sugar closely, and so while we were driving, it was going, and eventually it peaked up real high. But right now is 5.8 and stable, so back under control. Thanks, Nakoma, for checking in on me there. And for those of you wondering what that's all about, it is about me being diabetic. I have type 1 diabetes, and so I have to monitor my blood glucose very closely. And instead of my body managing that automatically, like it does for most people, I have to do it on full manual. And that takes a fair bit of doing sometimes. Where are we here? I'm losing my windows. A lonely light. Glad you could join us, my friend. Welcome on in. Lonely light, thank you for the 10-month resub, my friend. Look at that, making the stream entry with style. Did you hear my jaw crack there? I was so enthused. With your stylish entry that I just cracked my jaw. Long night. I'm so glad you can make it tonight. Are you on the job tonight, or are you off now? Are you chilling? Thank you for month number 10, Lonely Light. Thank you for being such a rad and such a positive and such a just generally awesome part of this community. It means a ton to me, and I always love having you here. Where we get to? CJ Falcon, welcome on into the YouTube chat. Smitty said, I tried a blueberry beer once, and it was amazing. Never found it again. You forgot the name. Yeah, blueberry. I really enjoy blueberry sours. There's a blueberry pie, like themed beer, blueberry pie sour, I guess they call it, from one of the breweries here. They do every year, and it's delicious. It's fantastic. It's also this amazing, like a dark blueberry sour from Fieldhouse Brewing around these parts, which is also like freaking fantastic. It's so good. You like Smithwick's Red Ale from Ireland? I don't know if I've ever had that one. I'll have to keep an eye out. I must admit, usually when I'm looking for beers at the liquor store, I'm often looking for local stuff, but I should venture into the international section more. I should, because there's so much cool stuff from abroad. Pre Malone asks, yo, what time is it in Canada? Well, I can't speak for the rest of Canada, but for me, on the west coast of Canada, the far extreme west side, it is 11 o'clock in the PM, an hour to midnight. Also, sorry, awkward throat gurgles. Chris Wilson, welcome. Happy Sunday to you. Also, it's Romancito55. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you with us. Appreciate you coming on in. Gibby Gibson, hello. Great to see you. Welcome. Johanna, also fantastic to see you. Johanna, if you are here now, that means your sleep continues to be messed up, for which I am regretful, but it is great that you can join us, and hopefully we can help you get some sleep. John says, we're coming off quick, so happy to be here. Thank you for this community. I'm probably reading chat from like 20 minutes ago or something like that, because I think that's what I was talking about tonight's video and stuff. But of course, John, of course. Yeah, that's right, we play Fortnite around here. Yeah, Fortnite pros. I grind so hard and I never look up. What am I even reading right now? I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I not? Why am I not? What's the slang these days? I don't know. It's not poning noobs. Why am I not bagging W's? Why am I not scoring W's? Close enough. This is called country lounge music, Ason. Sorry, let me open this up again so y'all can hear. Calliope Lemon, by the way, hello. Oh, first butt spot of the stream. Calliope Lemon said, Nick. Butt spot says, Nick, butt. Nick. Butt Nick. It's me, Butt Nick. Thank you for the bunker, Calliope Lemon. And also thank you for the scamp, whoever that was. Let's see. Tick Spring, thank you for the scamp. Also, how you doing, Tick Spring? Welcome. Sorry, I know the music was short-lived. I just I have to keep scrolling. Yeah, you're right, Naga. It does have corporate instruction video vibes. But Ason says country lounge, which is the weirdest thing for a European truck simulator game, I have to say. Okay, and then we had the raid. So I'm caught up to the raid now, which was very awesome, and I really appreciate it once again. It is so wonderful to have Spooky Libra and friends here. Oh, Nakoma giving us some potato info. If Nakoma was a potato dish, Nakoma would be potato salad with bacon. Yeah, that's a solid choice. That's a solid choice. I don't think I've ever had potato salad with bacon, I have to admit. I've had some very good potato salad before. My mom's potato salad, my favorite. But I'm not saying it couldn't be improved with the addition of bacon. Few things cannot be improved with more bacon. Except for, like, I guess vegan dishes, vegetarian things, probably not improved with bacon. But bacon, there you go. Bruce says, man, you guys picked up, I picked up an ESP7 string and a Line 6 amp. I used to have a Line 6 Spider 2 amp. It stopped working, and I still have it. It just doesn't function. I should take it into a shop and see if they can check it out and get it fixed, because I love that thing. Gonna be able to jam again, says Bruce. That is rad. That is rad. Bruce says, I started playing at like 14, but around my mid-30s I just kind of gave up. Hey, same. Actually, for me, it was more like my late 20s. But one day I would love to play some guitar again. I do miss it. Music is such a wonderful, cathartic thing. It's such a wonderful way to explore emotions, release emotions, create feelings. Music's great, and playing music is sometimes even better than just listening, especially if you're actually like capable with an instrument. AJ Brown, welcome on in. AJ Brown says, first day working at Blue Origin tomorrow. Blue Origin. What is Blue Origin? That sounds really familiar. I'm looking up right now. Blau Origin. Blue Origin. Okay, that's what I thought. Aerospace. Is that like Jeff Bezos's company? It totally is. Okay, that's what I thought it was. But I was like, really? That's very cool. May I inquire what kind of things you will be doing at Blue Origin? And feel free to not say if you don't want to dox yourself. I get it. But if you can speak in generalities, I'm just really curious what one does at an aerospace company. Especially one aimed at going to space. Going to space. That's very exciting, though. Congratulations, AJ. That's huge. 2 a.m. in Ontario, says Smitty. Yeah, that checks out. 3 hours ahead. Knox for real says same. Windsor checking in. They actually said Windsor here. I editorialized that slightly. I'm sorry, Knox for real. I did not mean to misrepresent you. Seta Dragon says just a baked potato with butter and a little cheese, boring but filling and comfortable. Yeah, no, that's great. That's a really good choice too. There's really no wrong way to do potatoes. Not that I've encountered. I mean, like raw potatoes would probably be pretty bad, but like potatoes are pretty versatile. That's right, Sargon. You betcha. Nicole says you don't have to sing it again. I'm just happy to be here. All right, fair enough. You had your fill. I understand. Spooky Libra said my fave potato are gnocchis or crispy breakfast potatoes. Gnocchis are so good, little gnocchi. And there's a restaurant that Sarah and I went to once where she like they had a gnocchi dish on the menu, but she needed a dairy-free version of it because she's lactose intolerant. And I guess the gnocchis are often made with dairy. I don't know, I've never made them. Point is, whatever they put together, like they made a special dairy-free version for her with like pesto something, but pesto also has parmesan. I don't know, whatever. They made something, and it was the best gnocchi I've ever had. It was a crisp on the outside, like perfectly, like kind of like a little brown and crisp, and then it was like so soft and creamy on the inside. It was amazing. I've never had gnocchi like that again since. I will be chasing that gnocchi high for the rest of my life. I never knew at the time that it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Crispy breakfast potatoes also very good though. Also very good. I know I gotta pay attention to my blood sugar or else. It's true, Nakoma, it's true. Bad things happen. Sargon says, I have some nice ambiance tonight. It was decently hot today. Yeah, same here. It was pretty warm. So you have the windows open tonight. We're way out in the country by the Seattle watershed. That's probably why we both experienced a warm day, because we're in the same climatic, area. And you can hear the frogs singing. Yes, when we came home tonight a little while ago, the frogs were making a ruckus out there, making a ruckus. That's how you know spring has sprung, when the frogs start peeping around these parts. Growing up, I grew up in the country. My parents still do have a small acreage, and so yeah, every night in the spring I would have my window open. You could hear the frogs because we had a sort of a wetland on our property. So it's real nice. But then you think about what they're saying. What are those frogs out there saying? And they're all out there and they're just screaming for sex. That's what they're doing. And when you put in that context, just a bunch of horny frogs, it's maybe slightly less romantic. Or romantic, it's not the word I'm looking for. That's weird in this context. But slightly less idyllic maybe is the word I'm going for. I try not to think about it too much, but every once in a while that thought pops into my head. Intrusive frog sex thoughts. Okay, this went off the rails. Let's just pretend I didn't say this. Can we just back it up like 60 seconds? The frogs in the springtime. Really nice. Very relaxing. I'm sorry. I told you I'm tired, you guys. I told you I'm tired, okay? Cut me some slack. Gibby Gibson says, my sister's fiance has type 1 diabetes. Nicest guy in the world. He always feels bad when any compromises need to be made for dinner, even though we never mind. Yeah, well, it's like anything, right? Like we I don't want to speak for all type 1 diabetics, but like, it's awkward when people have to accommodate you, right? You just want people to be able to do their thing. Like I wish, generally speaking, that I could just I mean, first of all, it's awkward because I don't like to be in imposition or to inconvenience people. But second of all, it's awkward because I kind of would prefer to not have to acknowledge my illness. You know, like, I don't like it. Not because I'm like embarrassed by it, but I don't like the idea, you know, that it holds me back from doing stuff. And of course it does, but like, I don't like to acknowledge it if I don't have to, if that makes sense. But I do talk about it a lot here on streams, and I don't have a problem with that. Like, I just don't like it when it prevents me from doing stuff, if that makes sense. Lonely Light says, I'm actually chilling, playing some Helldivers right now with my buddy. Nice. Hey, I appreciate it. I hope your Helldivers is going well. Hope you're killing those robots and bugs. I still haven't played it, so. That's not what the kids are saying. That's too bad. What are the kids saying these days, Naga? Gibby Gibson says, I literally have no clue what the kids are saying for doing something good. Yeah. Any kids in the audience? If so, you shouldn't be watching. You should be in bed. Get to bed. Actually, I don't know where you are. Maybe you're a kid in another part of the world. Also, I don't know if I'm like legally obligated to say that this content is intended for adults. Because I don't know, we always strike a PG-ish tone around here, PG-13 maybe, frog sex notwithstanding. That's just biology. And on Twitch, I don't normally have a thing that says this content is for adults only. But on YouTube, all of my videos have to have that disclaimer. I don't think you guys see it normally, but like on the back end, I have to say that for like YouTube's algorithm purposes. So, technically speaking, only grown-ups around here. But I try to set a good example, y'all, you know? And that's that. I don't know where else I was going with that. Oh yeah, what the kids are saying. The answer is none of us can answer that. Because none of us are kids. That's it. That's it. Lemon 77, what's up? What's up? ASMR truck nerd. That's me. Oh yeah, happy belated St. Patrick's Day. Yes, today was St. Patrick's Day. I even wore green. And this truck, it's a pretty shamrock green. Maybe even a little brighter. Happy St. Patty's Day, yo. Anybody do anything for St. Patrick's Day? Does anybody celebrate St. Patrick's Day? Pardon me. And yes, Tick Spring, convenient that we were talking about potatoes today. Potatoes. Is that offensive? Maybe I shouldn't be agreeing with that. I don't know. Obviously potatoes are an important part of like Irish culinary heritage and like cultural heritage, but I don't mean for that to be offensive if it is. I'm not trying to stereotype all Irish. Oh man, why do they allow me to be on a camera and broadcast in real time to the internet? Why is that allowed? Like, who thought that was a good idea? Boy, oh boy. Bruce says, yeah, I just picked up a spider jam. That's like a paste made of spiders for spreading on your toast, right? No, Bruce is talking about an amp, a guitar amp from Line 6. It's got the multi-track recorder and the backing drum tracks. Okay, that's actually really fun. That's really cool. They've probably come a long way since I got mine. My Spider 2 was like 20 years ago. So, do I sing as well, or do I just whisper lyrics? Tick Spring, I do not sing. Once upon a time, long ago, I used to sing in a choir when I was in middle school. but then I became too self-conscious about it. And of course, my voice changed, when I hit puberty, and I don't sing anymore. In my heart of hearts, I want to sing again, if I'm being completely honest with you all. But that's a commitment. That requires me to be very bad at singing and practice a lot, which is not something I'm willing to do. So maybe one distant day I'll sing again. Odinson says, I'm doing well. I'm just painting minis for the board game Nemesis while watching this stream. I've not played Nemesis. That's cool though. What kind of board game is it? What sort of genre? Like a worker placement thing, or like a dungeon delve kind of thing? Pearls, no, you did not miss your dad joke. I saw it after I did the blood sugar check, but I actually had not gone back to it. So Pearls, you are still on time for your dad joke. Let's do it. Pearls requested that dad joke like before the stream started, so definitely time. Dad jokes. Okay, guys, what do we do? Do we go with Country Living Magazine best dad jokes to make the whole family chuckle? Or do we go with Today.com's 222 best dad jokes that are actually funny? I find the ones that are actually funny have a little more edge to them, just a little, not edge, but like a little bit more, just a little more punch, not quite as corny. I think we'll go with that. Okay, bring the funny. All right, yo, what's up, 2024 GG? Welcome to the stream. You're just in time for an actually funny dad joke. When does Friday come before Thursday? When does Friday come before Thursday? This is actually more of like a riddle. In the dictionary. That's not very funny. Okay, this is a little dark, but we were sort of talking about this earlier. How can you tell if a pig is hot? How can you tell if a pig is hot? It's bacon. It's bacon. It's like, it's so hot, like baking in here, but it's bacon. Because that's dark, but this is a little bit funny. No pigs were harmed in the making of this dad joke. All right, there you go. Hopefully that was acceptable, Pearls. We were talking about bacon earlier, though. Seda Dragon says, Noki, I can't help but sing with Yoshi's voice. Noki. I can't do that voice quietly enough for ASMR. I'm sorry for ruining the peaceful frog sounds. I'm sorry. I still enjoy them for what it's worth. Which, again, given the context, sounds really strange. But I enjoy. I still find them peaceful. Now you'll just be wishing them good luck. Anner says, I was fully tuned out, vibing until I heard the words frog sex. Frog reproduction. Then sometimes you just gotta talk about copulation. It's a biological imperative. The birds and the bees and the frogs. You know what I'm saying? Givy Gibson says, funnily enough, I'm 20 now, but man, I first watched your channel when the Thief Gold series started. Yeah, you would have been about 13. Oh my god. I mean, that's cool. And I really appreciate you being here all these years. I'm sorry if I've in any way damaged you in your developmental years. But that's not an admission of culpability or admission of guilt or anything. I'm just saying, if it did happen, that would be unfortunate. I try to set a good example. You all. I felt like I couldn't say you all too much. I try to set a good example. I try to keep this a comfy, cozy, generally mostly wholesome place. I really do. But then all y'all, you just a bunch of degenerates. What am I supposed to do? Greppel says you are a certified supporter of the Irish with your potato glorification. Okay, sure. Good. Glad the Irish appreciate my potatoey ways. Tyler over on YouTube. Sorry, I was in the Twitch chat for quite a while there, and I'm just jumping back now. Greetings from. Is that supposed to be? Oh, Iowa. Okay, I was like, is that a mistype? I don't know how to pronounce Iowa. I assume that's University of Iowa. I guess. I'm assuming, or just Iowa, but misspelled. Actually, the I is right next to the U, so I'm guessing that was just supposed to be Iowa. Is there a University of Iowa? I don't know. Probably. Tyler says, appreciate the aid in helping me sleep off the St. Patty's drunkenness. Okay, that is definitely a typo. Definitely a typo. But you're welcome, Tyler. You're welcome. Sleep well. Sleep well. If you are still conscious. Make sure to hydrate. Hydrate before you go to bed. You'll wake up having to pee, but you'll feel way better in the morning. Just slam a couple glasses of water. Kilo Milo says viewer discretion is advised. Yes, I would say so. Generally speaking, around these parts, viewer discretion is advised. That seems like a safe blanket statement. Lathan Allsbrooks says, hello from Camp Pendleton, California. Welcome. What kind of camp is Camp Pendleton? It could be, that could be military, or it could just be a summer camp. I don't know. I have no idea. I feel like it's military, maybe. But I'm not qualified to say. Lonely Light, you've been killing big old bugs. Very good. Very good. Limit 77. Do you? Do you know my brother? Maybe you do. I don't know. I'm sorry I brought up spider jelly. Spider jam. It's a terrible, terrible concept. Yo, Thorek, what is up? Welcome on in. Happy Sunday, Thorek. Good to see you. Glad you could join us, despite the late hour of this stream. Naga says maybe they could gather it in Dungeon Siege with how squishy the spiders are. Oh my god, the spiders in Dungeon Siege are so squishy, and their sound effects are so squishy. Nicoma, enjoy your drift off to dreamland. Enjoy your dreamland, your dreamy sleep. Thank you for keeping an eye on chat while you can. It's true, it's a late stream tonight, so mods are sleeping. Post scamp memes. But I can keep an eye on things. Thank you, Nicoma. Snake Spark says my beard got longer than yours since the last time I saw you. Yours probably got longer, and mine definitely got shorter. So, yeah, I trimmed it back. Welcome back on in, though, Snake Spark. How you doing? Hope you're enjoying your beard. Yo, what's up, Ice Regan? Good to see you too. Lathan Allsbrook says it's a Marine Corps base. Okay, there you go. That makes a lot more sense. So it's not summer camp, is what you're saying. Fair enough. Well, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for joining us, Lathan. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Yes, you could also say that Thursday comes before, no, Friday comes before Thursday if you're talking about the following Thursday and the preceding Friday, technically, on a calendar. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. Glowlin. Glowlin. Thank you for the follow. It's a good name. I like it. Glowlin. Ah, yes, the classic ground beef joke. Snake Spark. I have some channel points requests that I have been ignoring here. I do apologize. I have a hydrate request from Pramsey. Thank you. I have a random MTG card request. 2 of them from Argus. Argus, you betcha. Let's do it. I'm just going to hydrate with my sparkling ice cherry limeade that I have here. Fun fact, in my Skyrim VR wandering video from a month ago or so, there's a part in that video where I pretend to take a swig of an epic brew from the Greybeards, and I just kind of made that up as a fun little story beat for the video, but you can hear me make like a glug glug glorp sound effect. I was just drinking from one of these bottles. It makes nice sound. Yeah, they make a good glug glug sound. I was just drinking my sparkling ice. It wasn't actually beer at all. Glowlin, thank you so much for the cheer, for the 100 bits. Glowlin says, I've been a long time YouTube subscriber of yours. You helped me a bunch with my insomnia. I'm happy to see you're well and still doing streams and content. You betcha. You betcha. Still trucking along out here. Get it? Because we're doing some trucking tonight. But thank you so much for the cheer and for the kind words, for the support, and for, you know, watching my stuff on YouTube as well. It's really kind of you to come on out here to say such nice things, and to come visit us. I hope you are doing great. Welcome to the Twitch community. We have scamps. That's pretty much it. That's all you really need to know. Can we get a warm stream welcome for Glowlin here? Everybody joining us for the first time. We also kill scamps. That's the thing that happens here too. Where are we at? Mr. Sky, what's up? Good to see you. Welcome, Mr. Sky, welcome. You get it now? Who was it that said, I don't get it? I missed it. Oh, which one didn't you get, Ice Rican? Which dad joke? Bruce says, man, Nick, I had never watched any of the MTG pack videos. Oh yeah? But I finally watched a couple yesterday, and now I have a playlist of them. Nice. I know you really enjoyed the book and magazine videos and that sort of stuff, so I'm glad you really enjoy the MTG ones as well. It's been quite some time since I did a video with some magic cards. Yeah, I love the flavor text on those cards, and the art is always spectacular. Dick Spring says, have you ever heard the joke about the frog? It's riveting. It's riveting. Given the context of our earlier frog discussion, it takes on a whole new meaning. Yo, Rhea, you made it. Welcome. Claire Alfred in the chat says, finally here. Glad I could catch the stream, even though somewhat late. I started late, so it's great to have you here, Rhea. I'm glad you could make it for at least part of the stream. I'm late, you're late, we're all late. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, I've got a few more channel points requests here, and I've almost hit the bottom of chat. Actually, I'm really close. Jimmy, what's up, Jimmy? Oh hey, Lathan's over on Twitch now. Thanks for joining us here. The YouTube chat tends to be pretty quiet, pretty Just sleepy, generally pretty slow. Whereas Twitch chat tends to be a bunch of hooligans. But I love them both equally, like my children. How could I pick a favorite? YouTube chat is so well behaved, you guys. So well behaved. LHMSS. How would one pronounce this? Lumis. Thanks for the follow, Lumis. Gosh, I was just like, my train of thought just like, that's what happens when you're really tired. Rhea says, you know what time it is. It's petting EV time. We will do that in just a second. I do have a couple of other channel points requests to get to, but I promise we will remove dear Bartholomew from his pedestal, bring him forth to the camera so that he might enjoy some quality time with us. Soon. Lathan says, I enjoy hooliganism. I've just finished grinding out some competitive Valo, so definitely time to sleep. Time to wind down. Time to purge the toxins from your system. And wind down with us. For sure. Okay. Random MTG card for Argus and for Argus. That's 2 random MTG cards for Argus. Let's do it. I have this pack of Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle Earth. Is that the set? I always forget. That one that we've been going through. This is a set booster. And I've got some here that we have not yet looked at. They have been mixed up into a random order, and as a set booster, there could be all kinds of stuff in here. There could be foils, there could be mythic rares, all of the above. That was only 2 things, but both of the above. So let's see what we get. Let's start with this. What is it? A Galadrim bow. Yo, Ice Regan, thank you for the cheer. Thank you for the 100 biddies. I appreciate that very much, and I'm glad that you can be here with us, Ice Regan. It's probably very early morning for you right now, isn't it? Very, very early. But that's very kind. Thank you. Galadrim bow. Let's IRL this up. A 2 mana artifact. It's a common with flash. When Galadrim bow enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control and untap that creature. That's kind of handy. An equipped creature gets +1/+2 and has reach with an equip cost of 2. Honestly, that doesn't seem too bad. That seems like a reasonable value for the price. +1/+2 and reach, and you can use it to surprise people with that flash and untap. Seems alright. That being said, I have not actually played Magic for a very long time, so my reckoning of what is a good value is probably at least a decade out of date. So, if not more. Alright, one more. Here we go. Lothlorien Lookout. Another common. 2 mana green elf scout creature. A 1/3. Whenever Lothlorien Lookout attacks, scry 1. That was the custom of the elves of Lorien, to dwell in the trees. Therefore, they were called Galadrim, the tree people, says Legolas. Pretty art on that one of these tree dwellers. Very elegant. Argus, thank you for your patience with those. The work requested some beer lore 36 minutes ago. That's a long time to wait. The work, thank you for your patience. Let me go grab the beer out of the fridge. We'll take a look at the can, I'll give you a little bit of background on it. One moment, friends, one moment. I'll be right back. I have returned. Chat is on fire. As one expects, as one expects. I tried to make that really quick. I tried to leave very casually. I kind of thought maybe you wouldn't notice. How foolish of me. How foolish of me. Also the YouTube chat. Orange Slice, why? Why? You're teaching them bad habits. Bad habits. But also, hey Orange Slice, aka Handsome Dashing Princess. It is good to see you. Alright. The beer. Tonight's brew is from Steamworks. Steamworks Brewing, that always has these really fun steampunk designs on their cans. Isn't that cool? What is even going on here? We've got this incredible Asian themed steampunk brewery arch, which is actually really quite something. There's a lot going on there. Got like lions like spitting out beer into kegs, and we've got like big fermentation vats and lots of steam and a weird little like, helicopter thing, a drone. Limit 77, thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate that. Welcome on in. And we can see that this is a Jasmine India Pale Ale. So I'm expecting it to be very floral, because jasmine has that beautiful floral scent. Hopefully it doesn't just taste like flowers, because that would be kind of weird. Hopefully it's like that floral aspect complementing, you know, the citrusy brightness of a nicely hopped IPA. That's what I'm hoping for. But there is a little write-up about this thing on Steamworks website, and I think they say as much there, more or less. If we go exclamation mark beer. So the beer lore for this beer reads: a jasmine IPA, pours golden in color with a lively white head. The head is the foam on top. Lively means it's going to be, you know, lots of fizzing. It has a very floral and citrus nose from the hops and jasmine flowers. Whiles, is that a word? Whiles, Whilse, Whilse, not whilst, not whilst, whilse. Anyway, it has a very floral and citrus nose from the hops and jasmine flowers, whilst hints of spicy phenolics and fruity esters come through on the finish. Spicy phenolics and fruity esters. Now we're getting chemistry talk in here. We're talking chemistry. Organic chemistry at that. Ugh. I mean, beer is a lot of organic chemistry and biochemistry, but I struggled a bit with organic chemistry, I'm not gonna lie. It's probably my worst classes, or my biochem classes. The taste of caramel malt is balanced by the lavish dry hop character and refreshing jasmine flavors. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. 60 IBUs, so of middling bitterness, typical for an IPA though. 6.5% ABV, so of middling alcoholic strength. Brewed with Maris Otter, Caramalt, and Munich malts, and hopped with Bramling Cross, Celia, and Centennial hops. There are varieties of malts and hops. None of them really mean much to me because I am not so informed about that stuff, but I trust it will be good. That Chilled Fox says the can reminds me of Arizona, Arizona iced tea. A little bit, yeah, a little bit. You're not wrong. It is very cool, isn't it? Chilled Fox also asks, "Is it tea?" No, it's beer. It's beer, but I can see why you were getting those Arizona iced tea vibes. Also, Thumb Giga Chad, thank you for the follow and welcome. Welcome, Thumb Giga Chad. I'm just scrolling back, making sure I didn't miss too much. Nas Eternal, I said we have to live up to our hooligan title. Yeah, fair. Also, MKF, what's up? What's up? A little dance on the entrance. How many giant Pokemon plushies do you have? Oh, giant ones? Just the Eevee is the biggest Pokemon plush I have. But I have a Pikachu, Squishmallow, and I have a Gengar one in the other room. And then I have some small Pokemon plushes. I have Mew right there. I have Pikachu right there. Oh, and of course I've also got over there. I've got Togepi, Squishmallow, and I've got a little Bulbasaur as well. So yeah, I guess I have a fair few. I wouldn't call most of them giant. Eevee is the biggest one for sure. It's true, Lonely Light. Thank you for being so well behaved. No fire from you this time. Osu Atalek. Sorry for butchering your name, but I'm glad you're enjoying the stream so far. Thanks for chilling with us. Can we get a warm stream welcome for Osu Atalek? Please correct me tell me how to properly pronounce that. But anyway, I'm glad you're taking the vibes, and I'm glad that you're here with us. Welcome. Yeah, can we just call you Osu? Is that okay? Steel Nico says that looks just like the Chinatown Gate in Edmonton, minus the steampunk stuff. Yeah, it actually looks fairly similar to the Gates of Harmonious Interest, which are the Chinatown gates here in Victoria. I suspect, though, it's actually modeled after the ones in Vancouver's Chinatown, because that is where Steamworks is located. So that's my guess. Thank you again for that follow, Limit 77. I appreciate it. It tastes like ground up Disney princess. Oh no, Aladdin's gonna be upset. Whoops. Oh, you're committed, Lonely Light. I'll have to hide your PC instead of your phone. Lonely Light, though, now's a great time then for me to do your name trace. Let's do it. Sorry, you wanted medium brush, is that right? Medium brush? Wait, you requested name writing here. Did you want name writing or name trace? Because I'm happy to do either for you. If you want name writing, let me know which writing implement you want. If you want name trace, I will trace your name here or here. The difference is the writing is with like a pen or a pencil on a pad of paper. The name tracing is either in the air or on the mics or on my hand. I know it's confusing. I could probably roll them into a single reward. Osu is fine. Okay. All right. Excellent. Thank you for being accommodating. Holy Lathan, how long am I streaming for tonight? Well, we're about an hour in, a little over. And I'm real tired, but we should at least get some gameplay in. So, like, another hour and a half, maybe, we'll say. Normally I stream for 3 hours. We'll see if I make it to the 3 hour mark tonight. I got a late start. So, and I'm very tired. I'll try for 3 hours. Yo, also thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome in. You want the small brush on the mic? Okay, this guy on here. Y'all good. Y'all good. Lonely light. Lonely light. Oh wait, I'm missing one. Okay, we're gonna do your name trace like in just a second, but I have a whispered science fact request for Istue, which I missed here. And that is first in line. Istue, a whispered science fact. I just happened to read a fact. This is, I guess, more an engineering or like manufacturing fact. The other day, and I'm trying to remember where I read it now. I don't know if it was a reputable source. I actually don't remember, but I'm gonna say it as if it is a fact. Okay, so I don't know. Facthood, not guaranteed. But what I read was that in the manufacturing of advanced computer processors, some of the machining and like it's not even machining, it's like lithography, I guess photolithography apparatus that they use for this sort of stuff is manufactured to such insanely tight tolerances because the size of the features that they are inscribing on the silicon sorry, is like, on the order of a few nanometers across, right? So like extremely small, really, really tiny. And so the stuff that they use to manufacture these things as well has to be like extremely precise. And I'm no expert on any of this stuff. I just want to make that very clear. I don't necessarily understand any of the magic that goes on there. It's all just wizardry as far as I'm concerned. But what I read was that some of the lenses that are used in this process have to be manufactured to such tight tolerances and ground and polished so fine that if you were to take one of these lenses and blow it up to the size of the country of Germany, approximately, the biggest bumps on that lens, when it was expanded to the size of Germany, the biggest bumps would be less than a tenth of a millimeter. That's like a hair. If you imagined it getting blown up that big, that is ridiculously smooth. That is incomprehensibly smooth. I should probably go find a source for that fact, but I hope it's true, because it blew my mind. That is insane. But I'm going to share it like it's a fact right now. I hope it's true. There you go, Istue, your non-guaranteed fact. Does that blow anyone else's mind as much as mine? Because that, to me, is wild. Absolutely insane. Mauser, good evening to you. Welcome on in. Mauser says, I've been watching your older Thief playlists. Taffer Gang every night for a while now. It's my pleasure. I hope you enjoy all that old stuff. I hope you're excited for the Thief 2 that's coming down the pipe. Okay. We got 2 name traces. We've got one for Lonely Light. We've got one for John. So let's do those. And then we have an EB Pet for Rhea. And then I'm going to crack open the beer. Alright? So we're going to start with Lonely Light's name writing. Okay. I've got the small brush. We're gonna do it on the mics as requested. So we start with an L, and then an O, and then an N over here. I always trace capitals because there's more, like lines to capitals usually. E. Wait, I missed the ah. Sorry, let's back it up a second. It goes ah. Lonely light. A L O N E L Y L. I'm just making sure that there's nothing else in there that I just edited out in my head. No underscores or anything. G. H. T. Altogether, that was A L O N E L Y L I G H T, and that spells lonely, lonely light. My brain just edits out the at the beginning. That name trace was for you, my friend, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for your patience. Your patience. I hope you enjoyed it. John Wismiller in the house. John, if you are listening, how would you like your name trace? Would you like the pointy stick, the medium brush, or the big brush? Would you like it towards the camera, on the mics, on the hand? The choice is yours. So it says my name comes from my three favorite sports teams: Ohio State Buckeyes, OSU, Atlanta Braves, ATL, and Los Angeles Clippers, LAC. Okay, that makes so much more sense then, because I was really having a hard time parsing it there. Thank you for explaining. Did I get up to anything else interesting this week, Lonely Light? Yeah, lots of the wedding planning stuff. We heard back from our floral designer with sort of her ideas about what we might be doing for flowers. So we have to have another meeting with her and chat about that some more. I went and got fitted for my outfit that I'm going to be wearing. I've got a very fancy vest that I bought for the occasion, and then I'm going to rent some other stuff. But I'm going to be dapper AF, you guys, if I do say so myself. We're going real fancy. So that was nice. And what else did I do this week? I don't know, it's all a blur. I wrote some code. I worked on a couple of papers that were trying to get published. The papers don't stop, y'all, in academia. They talk about publish or perish. Turns out they're not lying. We have 3 papers in review right now. We're trying to get published. And I have another 3 papers that I'm contributing to writing or leading writing right now. And that's all over and above my 9-to-5 day job. Holy moly. It's insane. What else? We went over to Vancouver area, Lower Mainland, British Columbia today to a baby shower, and went and picked up some interesting stuff for our wedding. There was Sarah saw someone selling bird cages and online, and she decided that it would be really fun to have these bird cages incorporated into the centerpiece of each table at our wedding. But the only problem is that the person selling these bird cages was like quite a ways out from where we were going to be. And so we did drive there today, and we did load up the car with a bunch of bird cages. These are like antique bird cages, and they're all like different and interesting. Some of them look like little mansions. Some of them have like vines twisting all over them. Some of them are made of like bamboo. There's like a ton of different ones. I don't think they've ever been used for birds either. They're ornamental. Apparently the lady who owned them previously just liked to collect them for display. So anyway, we're gonna put fairy lights inside the bird cages and like arrange some flowers with them. She has a vision. I can't say I understand. As long as she's happy, I'm sure it'll look fantastic. She has an amazing sense of like visual style, and so I'm just the chauffeur. I just drove us there to pick up the bird cages. But yeah, so that was interesting. Yeah, I don't know, that kind of stuff. John asked, can I get towards the camera with the big brush? You betcha, John, you betcha. Let's do it. Big old brushy, come right up. We're gonna start with a J. And then we're gonna go to an O, because that's how you spell John, not J-H-O-N, which I always try to do for some reason. Then we have an H. Like so. And then an N. Oh, I'll tell you something else kind of fun that I did today, or different, once I finish this name trace. Don't let me forget them. John W. S. And a sub from somebody. I'll look in a second once I'm done this name trace, but thank you, whoever just subscribed or resubscribed. M. I. L. L. E. R. Like so. Once again, real fast now. JOHNWSSMILLER. That spells John Wis Miller, and that name trace was for you, my friend. Thank you for the request. Thank you for your patience. And I hope you enjoyed it. And that sub was... Oh, we got two here. Okay, so just a second ago, we had Nath. Welcome on in, Nath. Good to see you. With that 13-month resub, thank you, Nath. Nath says, did you hear about the red and blue ships that collided? All the sailors were marooned. Did you make that up? It's actually not bad. It's actually not bad. But thank you, Nath, for the joke, and thank you for the 13-month resub, a year and a month. Also coming on in, local legend, the man, the myth himself, J.D. Lovely. The crowd goes wild. Jake, how are you doing? It is fantastic to see you. JD Lovely coming on in here with a 40-month resub. Holy smokes. Jake. Thank you for being so supportive all this time, even when you can't make it out, or very infrequently, at least anymore. That means so much to me. Jake, how have you been? How have you been? It has been ages. The fact that you're joining us now must mean either you have tomorrow off or you're having real trouble sleeping tonight. Hopefully it's the former. Pwows. Thank you for the follow. I don't know if I'm supposed to say your name in like Uwu language, but I can't see it and pronounce it in any other way. Pwows. Also, it's time for petting Evie. Ria's request. Let's go get Evie. Let's give Evie some good pets. Let's do it. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go back to the game and we're going to get that music going again. Because we've been without it. And that's a terrible shame. Terrible shame. Here we go. Here we go. Here's our good boy. Bartholomew. Oh, it's P-wows. Okay, it's not pwows. P-wows or P-wows. What if I just call you like wow, like an Owen Wilson? Wow. How about that? No, you don't like that. Yo, it's the Rick Grimes. Sorry, I only just saw you up there. I was focused in on the name traces. Rick Grimes says, "Hey Nick, it's so good to see you. It's wonderful to have you on in here." Rick, how's it going? Very tempted to pick up Euro Truck Sim on the Steam sale. Do it. Join us in the European trucking lanes. Honestly, I don't know how much it is on Steam sale, but I bet you the base game's like $5 or something. Grab that. Grab a cheap DLC pack or two with like the DLC land that they add, like the countries. $20 or something. You've got hours and hours and hours of entertainment. Totally worth it. Stoner Shin, welcome on in. Ice Regan, yeah, the second mission of Thief 2 is a very good one from my memory. It's been a long time since I played it, but I do remember enjoying it. For sure. A much cooler week than you had, Lala Night. I mean, it's all a matter of perspective, I guess. It's subjective. Oh, I was going to say the one other thing I did today that was new for me was I embroidered something today. You guys, I embroidered something. I've never in my life ever embroidered before today. But we went to a baby shower, which I think like traditionally it was typically something that women went to. Like I think it was less common historically for men to go to baby showers, I think. But these days, it's everything goes, right? It's whatever. So, it was a bunch of couples at this baby shower, and we went there, and sorry, my brain's running out of juice, you guys. Yeah, and they had this tradition, this family tradition, the family of the mother, which is they always get people to embroider a felt square with something at the baby showers, and then her mother takes those and quilts them together, basically turns it into a comforter with all these different panels, and then that's given to the baby with all these like different whatever designs from different people in the baby's life, right? So it's kind of a nice tradition. Anyway, point is, I had never embroidered before, but I got peer pressured into trying it, and I don't know, it was alright. I could see how it would be something you would do, sitting in a chair, a rocking chair, You're just kind of chatting and idly embroidering. You could make some really cool stuff that way. I'm not going to say I was good at it, but I did embroider the letter N, okay? And that was a small victory for me. I learned the chain stitch. So there, that was my adventure today. That was my adventure. Part of my adventure. Rizu over on YouTube, hello and good night. Sounds like Rizu's headed off to bed. So, Rizu, I hope you sleep well. Thanks for tuning in, saying hi. Orange Slice asks, does your community observe St. Patrick's Day? I think so. You know, there's certainly a lot of local pubs that will do like a St. Patty's Day thing. You can get green beer or whatever. I'm trying to think if we actually have like a St. Patrick's Day parade or anything. And I'm not sure if we do. If we do, I don't think I've ever been to it. But if nothing else, it is observed as an opportunity for university kids to go out and get really drunk. So, you know, in that grand tradition, yes, I think we do observe St. Patrick's Day. Osu, by the way, thank you. Yeah, yes, I'm getting hitched in just a couple of months. That's wild. Thank you for the kind words. Tucker, welcome on in. Tucker says, hey Nick, hope all's going well. I feel your pain with wedding planning, marrying my fiance in 2 months. What? Are we getting married at the same time? Is that happening? It's a lot though, isn't it? Her and I were just at a wedding vendor expo today. Oh my gosh, that's too much for me. That's too much for me. But it would be a good way to get, you know, exposure to a whole bunch of different vendors and then have your pick, right? So many choices. Yeah, we did most of our research just online or like word of mouth, but yeah, a wedding vendor expo sounds honestly kind of terrifying, if I'm being real. But I hope it went well for you. I hope you found some stuff you're really happy with. It is a journey for sure. Thank you, Lonely Light and Ria, for welcoming in all these fine folks. Bruce says, you hear Jake's name so often in the video credits, you just assume he's probably executive producer. It's so true. Every single video. And our Foos Road tier patrons and YouTube members for this video are Jake Loveney. Always an analyst. Every video. Jake says, what's up, Nick? Just got out of a concert with my cousin in Seattle. Yo, no work tomorrow. Heck yes. That's rad. What show were you at, Jake? I hope you had a blast, you and your cousin. Who were you seeing? Look at me out here with all these skills. Yep, now I embroider too. I'm a real Renaissance man. Lonely Light says, hey man, the first victories are the biggest. Sometimes just trying something out for the first time is a big step for sure. They open up the gates to mastering a new skill. I can't say whether I'm really intending to master embroidery. Probably not. But it's nice to say I've done it, and now I have a sense of what it is. I had no idea before. Well, I mean, I knew that it was like stitching stuff onto a thing, but you know, now I have an idea of how that works. And that's cool. I think it's always nice to expand your knowledge and your abilities. All right, Evie. Evie had some good pets up here. Ria, I hope you got enough Evie time. Evie's gonna go back and hang out on his pedestal now, like so. And we are gonna crack open this beer because it is high time. High time for the beer. Steel Nico says, I was downtown for an improv show last night, and while waiting for the crosswalk, got to watch a trio of drunk girls wander into traffic to get to the next bar across the street. Yeah, that definitely sounds like something I've seen before. I hope the traffic slowed down to observe the crossing of the local wildlife so that nobody got hurt. Hopefully. All right. What am I doing here? I'm getting the beer. We're going to IRL. That's what we're doing. And we're gonna pour this one out. So as we know, as we looked at this just a little bit ago, tonight's beer is from Steamworks Brewing, and it is amazing looking steampunk AF Jasmine IPA, which I expect will be floral and bright and citrusy. I sure hope it's all those things. Allow me to turn down the volume while I crack open the can so as not to damage your poor ears. There we are. And now I'm going to mute very quickly while I turn the mics so you get the clearest, crispest pour sounds possible. One moment. All right, it's time. It's time. Time for the beer pour. I'm sorry for your ears, DG. I really am. Hopefully they will recover. All right, let's pour it out. Here we go. How do they describe it? As having a spirited head. It sure does. That is very frothy, very fizzy. Isn't that froth? Now that is some nice froth. I was going to say something different for a second. It would have come across very differently. And every once in a while, I do remember to think before I speak. It was for the best that time. It's a bright white on the foam there, and we're getting some really nice lacing on the sides, where it sort of leaves behind these bits of foam as it recedes. It's pretty coarse bubbles for the most part. Pretty coarse bubbles, very light mounds of foam. And for its part, the beer pours this beautiful bright gold, clear, bright gold. All right, I'm just gonna adjust back the mics. I'm gonna try a sip of this. One moment. All right, here we are. Cheers to learning new things. Cheers to pushing your boundaries, trying something that you might otherwise not. Cheers to saying, you know what, screw the stereotypes, screw the you know, sort of cultural conditioning. If you want to try embroidery, go for it. If you want to, I don't know, try whatever it is that sounds interesting to you, don't be afraid. Just give it a shot. You never know. You never know where it might lead. So, to trying new things. Cheers. To embroidery. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Definitely an IPA. Definitely some nice, not like super strong hop character, but like a well-balanced, you know, hoppiness and maltiness. It's a nicely balanced IPA. As far as the jasmine goes, I'll be real with you. I'm not really getting it. Like it might. Okay, actually, I lied. I got a little bit of it there. It's almost more like in the nose. It's almost like I smell it a little bit, not so much taste it. But it's very faint. And jasmine as a flower is a beautifully scented flower. So, so lovely. And I wish that a little bit more of that floral body was coming out in this. It's there, but it's very subtle. It's a perfectly competent IPA. Nicely balanced, quite yummy. And very, you know, refreshing. But I wish it had a little more of that jasmine floral bouquet. Because obviously that's what would make this special, right? But still, you know, still tasty. Very drinkable, for sure. If y'all want to hear some more beer pours, once again, tonight's YouTube video, yeah, not one, not two, but 3 different pours from 3 different beers. 2 from cans, 1 from a bottle. I love the sound of a pour from a nice big bomber bottle. And 3 very interesting beers that I'd never tried before. So that's on the YouTube channel tonight. I hope you enjoy checking that out in a bit. Where are we here? Steel Neko says the cars all had to slam on their brakes and wait while they wandered oblivious across the street, laughing and screaming all the way. I mean, obviously that is very dangerous, right? And we laugh about it, but really it's kind of sad. And I do hope that they do not endanger themselves like that in the future. I hope they learn a lesson, but not in like a bad way where they get hurt. I'm glad that you were satisfied with the EV time, Rhea. Jake said he went to go see Humphrey McGee. I've never heard of Humphrey McGee. A jam band. Okay, all right. It was a vibe. Never seen so many drugs consumed at a concert. But it was a good time. Band was great. People were crazy. Celebrated the heck out of St. Patty's Day. You were Irish as crap. Yo, that sounds like a pretty fun time. That does sound like a pretty fun time. I've never heard of this Humphrey McGee before, but I might have to go look it up on YouTube after, because now I'm curious. But I'm glad that you had a blast, Jake. That sounds like a lot of fun. Tucker says, I love Steamworks. Their backside stout is so amazing. I 100% recommend it. I don't think I've ever tried their backside stout before. But next time I see it in the store, I will definitely check it out. Steamworks has some really good stuff. They can be a little hit or miss for me. It kind of depends. But, like, they're always consistently of, like, at least good quality, I would say. Which maybe sounds like faint praise. I don't mean it to be. I've had some really good stuff from Steamworks as well. And their can designs are always super duper cool. I'll have to try that the backside stout that you mentioned, Tucker. I'm glad y'all enjoyed that beer pour. Starter Shed, hey, it's going well, thanks. We chillin', we drinking some beer, you know how it is. Alright. There was a channel points request for beard coming. Sure thing, Carvis. I can do a little bit of that. Also over the YouTube chat, Orange Slice asks, if this were a radio or podcast show, what kind of whimsical fanfare would precede or announce the beer segment? I feel like it would just, would it be redundant if it was like just a sound of like a can opening, like a snap hiss, and then like a little beer pour sound? I feel like that might be redundant because then I would go and do that exact thing, but it would certainly be a way of getting people's attention. But if we're talking whimsical jingle, I'm trying to think what would signify beer. I'm trying to think, is there some kind of like Oktoberfest music, or I don't know. That's a very good question. I have not ever considered it before. Just do glasses clinking together. Yeah, you're right. That would be a pretty easy one. I like the idea of the like opening a beer sound, but it just seems redundant because you're about to do that anyway. What if we made a little bit of like a little jingle out of the sound of glasses clinking? How about that? You've not missed gameplay, Big Liam. Nope, we're just about to get started right after I finish cleaning up my beard with a little brush, just a little combing it. Here, just combing it out by special request. Make some nice sounds. I'm looking a little stubbly, y'all. I need to clean up the stubble. Go with the soul patch. Alright. Euro Truck Simulator. How I love thee. As I was explaining earlier, I did a lot of driving today. So what better thing to do on the stream than do a bunch more driving? What a spectacular idea. I hadn't actually considered that I spent most of my day driving on highways and such, and now we're going to drive on some highways. But some days do be like that, I suppose. Alright. My wireless dongle is not connecting here. 1 second. Just gotta unplug my dongle and plug it back in. Sometimes it doesn't work right away and I have to do that to get my gamepad to connect. Every once in a while. Lonely Light says it is shower time. So I'll be back in just a bit for sure. I hope you don't miss too much of the driving. But we'll see you when you get back. Have a good shower. Okay. So y'all probably know how this game works more or less by now, right? But just in case you don't. We are a trucker. We are in Europe. We truck freight from one place to another, usually from fairly major cities and towns in Europe to another place. The game world is like a very scaled down version of Europe, so it doesn't happen in real time. It's like a model of Europe. But there's still lots and lots of roads, like hours of roads you can drive on, all across Europe. Most countries have been added as DLC over the years. And I have all the DLC, so we have most of the continent available to us. Not all, but most. And so this is my beautiful truck, the ASMR Nerd Mobile. And we're going to be driving this bad boy on some European highways today. And I know that might sound kind of lame, like what, you just literally just drive freight from A to B. That is what you do. And it is way better than you think it is. It is like weirdly compelling. It's actually really good. It slaps, as I say. Now I'm pretty sure I was actually in the middle of a job. The last time I played this, I left it in the middle of a job. It looks like a freight market job in progress. I'm carrying train axles from Zagreb in Croatia to Innsbruck, Austria. So we'll be driving through maybe some mountains. Innsbruck is in the Alps. And I think it's a pretty short job, but I was only partway done when I last quit, so we will just jump right back into that. In terms of the map, we can see, so this is the whole shebang, all these roads all across Europe. Yeah, we are going from Zagreb here. We're following this highway. We are right here, so we've actually just crossed the border, or maybe are just about to cross the border. Oh yeah, here's the border crossing into whatever country this is. That's embarrassing. I don't actually know what country is this one here, y'all. North of Croatia, south of Austria. We'll be crossing through there. Past Salzburg and over to Innsbruck, Slovenia. Thank you, Thoric, for flexing your geographical knowledge, which I lack, apparently. To be fair, this isn't a great map either. It's very hard to tell where the roads are versus the borders and all that. It's a very messy map. I'm gonna blame the map. Definitely not my geographic skill. Yeah, Degen Lord, this game is rad. It is like surprisingly good. Is this the potato mobileria? I don't know. If we're carrying potatoes, maybe. I don't think I can put a potato on the dashboard. Maybe there's some way I could get one though. I'm not sure. Bruce said, Umphreys McGee is basically if you had some friends who were all pretty good musicians and their concerts consisted of them just experimenting with different styles and jamming and doing some covers, which actually sounds like a super chill time. That sounds like it would be a very fun show to just go and drink at, just party at. Alright, let's drive. Oh, it's nighttime. We're approaching the border and it's rainy AF. I'm just going to turn up the volume a little bit so you can hear that rain a little better, because I love the sound of the rain in this game when you're in the cabin. It's so cozy. It's so cozy. Can y'all hear that okay? Alright, let's get driving here. So it looks like, oops, did not mean to do that. We are going that way. So we're just ahead of the border here. And because we're a big truck, we have to go this way. And we have to go through the weigh station, I think. Do we have to stop here to be weighed? Apparently not. Okay, we'll just keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, but you know what? Let's also take this opportunity to sleep. Because our truck driver character does need to sleep. And our sleep meter is starting to get pretty full. Our tiredness meter. So let's, this is our load. We've got all our truck axles here, or train axles, I think it was. It's a pretty big load. But I don't think it's considered heavy. Okay, let's shut off the truck. There we go. off our lights. And, wait, hold on a second. Can I not sleep here? I thought this was a sleeping spot, but I might be mistaken. If you look on the map, it says I should be able to sleep here. And yet, I don't have the prompt to do so. Maybe if I come over this way. I think I might have screwed this up, guys. It should be prompting me to sleep. Okay, let's just try pulling into one of these spots the wrong way and see if it'll let me get some shut-eye. Let's go wide here. Now let's turn in. This is not how you're supposed to do this. Normally it'll throw up a little prompt that says shut off your engine and then press A to sleep. There we go. There we go. Don't know why it didn't pop that prompt up in the other spot. Okay, let's rest. Nice. Yo, what's up, Goon, over on YouTube? Hey, thank you. That's very kind of you. It's nice to have you here. I'm glad that you could catch a stream. You ever played this game before, Goon? Or ever seen it? Okay, so now in the daylight, we can see a little better where we're at, what we're dealing with here, the border crossing. Pretty countryside, very pastoral. Bolos, welcome in, Bolos. Nice to have you here. Okay, let's start up the car. And, oops, it's a little fast. Let's make sure our lights are on. Oops, there, okay. And, gonna have to turn here. Okay, let's go. Make sure we manage this properly. Good stuff. All right. Yeah, Stoner Shine, isn't that rain sound nice? So do most people in this chat need to sleep, Rhea? Is that what you were getting at there? Is that what that was in response to? Because you were absolutely right. There's just something about driving in the cabin of a truck that's very cozy to me. Oh wait, which way am I supposed to go here? Can I fit through the middle here? It's like a fairly narrow space for my truck, but I guess I can. I guess I can. I guess that's where I'm supposed to go. I suppose. Okay, we did it. It's a rainy day here in Slovenia. Rainy, rainy, rainy. All right. I think we're just merging back onto the main highway now. Looks that way. I don't see anyone in my mirrors, so we're just gonna go for it. Go for the merge. This truck ahead of us is pretty slow, actually, pretty slow. That's okay, that's my speed right now. Bolos, the beer for tonight is a Jasmine IPA. Jasmine IPA. It does not taste like ground up Disney Princess. It tastes like a nice, bright, citrusy, but well balanced IPA with just the faintest hint of jasmine flowers. Just the faintest hint. But it was pretty yummy. It's from Steamworks Brewing. Steamworks Brewing in Vancouver, British Columbia. Yes, Ria is correct. Sadly, you did miss the pour, but the good news is I have a YouTube video up tonight with not one, not two, but 3 separate beer pours. It's a beer tasting video, taste test with some interesting and different kinds of beer. So you get lots of beer pour action in tonight's video. Tanka Woobly, hello. How are you? How have you been? It's been a little while. What's new with you? Tanka Woobly says, cool shirt. Thank you. Into the AM, as usual. Into the AM. Purveyors of elevated everyday apparel, known especially for their graphic tees. William Knights, thank you for that follow. Welcome on in. Nice to have you with us. Please make yourself at home. Ooh, I feel like I'm going into this here tunnel really fast. This feels a little fast for this road, I have to admit. But this is the speed limit here. And thank you for the beard compliments, Taka Woobly. I appreciate it. It's definitely been trimmed down in recent months, but it's feeling pretty good. It's feeling nice and trim. For sure. Uh-oh. This car got pulled over. This truck got pulled over. Not high. I'm going the speed limit. Legal and law-abiding citizen. Limit says you're driving too fast, man. No, actually, I'm driving too slow now. Yo, Tucker says, I'm gonna get some sleep. You're most welcome. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, Tucker. We'll see you next stream, whether it's Thursday or whether it's Sunday. We will see you then. And thank you for your understanding. Oh, I should really not be in this lane. I was just trying to pass that truck, but now I'm going too slow, and everybody's whipping past me. Ljubljana discovered. Apparently. Heck yeah, we got beer links! Exclamation mark beer. We'll let you know what I'm drinking. By the way, I forgot to give my normal disclaimer, but drinking and driving, dumb as hell. Never ever ever do it unless it's not real driving and you're just playing a video game, in which case do what you want. You're not hurting anyone. But driving under the influence or intoxicated or otherwise impaired or distracted in real life, don't do it ever. Even if you think it's all good, even if you think you'll be fine, it is not worth it. It is never worth it, not for you, not for the people around you. It is deeply irresponsible. So yes, I am driving a big old truck, and yes, I am drinking a beer here, but that's only ever permissible in a virtual scenario where no one can get hurt. Just feel it's important to make that distinction clear, lest anyone think that I condone or even implicitly approve of any kind of driving in an altered state of mind or distracted. And it's not just beer either. You know, don't drive high. Don't drive super tired. It's all unsafe. Don't text and drive. This is in fact a perfect example of why not, because as you'll see, whenever I try to read the chat while I'm driving in this game, bad things happen. I end up driving off the road, hitting the median or the dividers, driving into other cars. It's a perfect example of why you should never, ever do this in real life. Also, Michael Lawman, I don't know if you are watching the stream right now, but thank you for the sub on YouTube. It is wonderful to have you on board, and I appreciate the support. Goon said, I've heard of this being a chill game. I actually want to check it out one day. It is so good. It's like shockingly good. Also, Saint Nick has blessed us. Yo, Goon, if you are serious about checking it out, I believe it's on sale on the Steam sale right now. The spring sale. So might not be a bad time. It's pretty inexpensive on sale usually. I bet you the base game is like $5. So it might be the perfect time to jump in if you're interested. If you're interested. Robin, I am very much from the west coast of Canada, yeah. I'm from British Columbia. Vancouver Island, to be precise. To be precise. So I think we're crossing a border again. I think we might be entering Austria soon. We've clearly moved into the mountains, as you can see. As you can see. Yo, what's up, fugly? Am I pronouncing that right? If it's virtual beer, okay, sure. Consuming virtual beer while driving a real vehicle, also permissible, I guess, as long as it's not, you know, state of mind altering in any way. So real beer with fake driving or fake beer with real driving, sure. I wonder, what is the deal with non-alcoholic beer and driving? Are you allowed to drink that while driving? That just seems so wrong to me somehow, but like in theory, if it's non-alcoholic, I honestly don't know what the laws around that are. Because you can get non-alcoholic beer these days, right? Well, you have been able to for a long time, but it's probably more popular than ever. Does anybody know? Could you drink non-alcoholic beer as if you were drinking a soda while driving? Or is that still a no-no? I feel like you'd still have trouble explaining it if you were pulled over. But I don't know what the actual word of the law is. Papa Melt, how you doing? How you doing? Buttspot has been around, Rhea, just pretty quiet, pretty quiet. Hold on a second, is there a photo spot up here? Where is that photo spot? It looks like we just drove past it. But if you look on the map, there's like a little photo icon that's just, we've gone past. That's weird. Makes me wonder if there's like an alternate secret route up above. There might be, actually. There might be. Yeah, maybe. Because there are some secret roads in this game that you have to kind of, they don't show up on your map until you drive on them. And so you have to kind of explore a bit to find them. But it's not always obvious where they are. This is me trying to read the chat. This is me being haunted by scamps while I'm trying to drive and read the chat. Okay, here's the border. This is quite fancy looking. Zutari, how you doing? Deckley, good morning to you. Welcome, welcome. What's the correct way for me to go here? Am I allowed to go this way? Follow this not Tesla in front of me? We'll try. We'll try. Ooh. Speed bumps, I guess. I thought maybe I hit something. All PSA should be whispered. It makes them more relaxing, but perhaps less threatening. And I guess sometimes you want people to really pay attention to a PSA. Bolo says, driving tired is probably the worst one. That's how I totaled my car in a parking lot. Wow. Wait, sorry, we're not turning off here. My bad. Maybe we're following this route. That's scary, Bolos. I hope that, oh shoot. We're supposed to be over this way. I hope that no one was hurt in that accident you had, but yeah, driving tired is extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. Robin says, hey, me too. I'm much farther north on the mainland, but that's neat to hear. Yo, a fellow BC resident. Nice to have you here, Robin. What part of the province? I mean, it's much farther north. How far north are we talking? You don't have to tell me exactly. I'm just kind of curious. But I don't want you. You don't have to. Don't have to give details if you're uncomfortable with it. I'm just curious. I've been to where you're at. Boy, that car's going fast. Or I'm going slow. I'm gonna call him A, I'm gonna call him B. Okay, we're up to speed though. On a speed limit. I got it right. Fugly. I'm glad. I'm glad. Bolo says it's $5 right now on Steam. Perfect. Perfect. Y'all, if the idea of European trucking is even a slight bit interesting to you, I mean, look at it. You get to enjoy the beautiful European countryside. You get to customize your truck. You can start a whole trucking empire. You can buy more garages, hire more drivers, buy more trucks, and drive all over Europe and enjoy the countryside. What I like most about it is that it's pretty zen, and it reminds me of going on road trips in Europe, which is something, that I have some very fond memories of driving around various parts of Europe with friends and family, so. Oof, we're driving up a hill. We're definitely having to gear down here to do it. Friend of a friend, you went to college in Bellingham. Bellingham's a lovely spot. Sarah and I try and get down there once a year or so. We like to head down there. They have some really nice craft brews. Boy, can I get through here? Let's go through the big one. Yeah, this is where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, Bellingham is a cute little place. There we go. Don't scamp and drive. Never scamp and drive. Finster, welcome on in. There is a $1,000 trucking sim on Steam, Bolos? What is it? What game? That must be with all the DLC or something, huh? Rick Grimes says, yeah, you can drink non-alcoholic beers while driving. Okay. At least in Rick Grimes' jurisdiction. That's good to know. Bruce asks if non-alcoholic beers still do have traces of alcohol. I think they do. At least the ones I've seen do. But it's a very small amount. I don't know how much you have to drink for it to be noticeable in your blood alcohol levels. I bet you it would be a lot. But I don't know. Again, this is all just speculation. I'm not sure. Truth be told. And I'm not suggesting that anyone should go and try driving and drinking non-alcoholic beer. That could be a no-no. It could be bad. It could be illegal. This is not legal advice. I am not legal counsel. This is not legal. This is just purely asking questions. I don't know the answers to any of these. Yo, what's up, creme le existentiel? Welcome on in. You just like the funny noise. I get ya. Robin says being extremely fatigued has been said to be similar to being drunk. Mm-hmm. I've been tired to the point where it feels like I'm intoxicated. So yeah, not much better. No. And like on a very serious note, the boyfriend of a close friend. This is going back quite a number of years now, but the boyfriend of a close friend tragically lost his life in an accident driving, where he was driving too tired late at night, and at least that's what they can piece together from what happened. So, like, driving tired kills, and as tragic as that was, I suppose if you're looking for a silver lining out of such a tragedy, he didn't. You know, nobody else was hurt in that accident, but you know, people easily could have been. You know, it can be the kind of thing that you know, it has wide-reaching consequences, not just the person driving tired. You know, like anything on the road. So, yeah, not to like bring the chat down or anything, but just, you know, to illustrate the fact it's serious business. I think a lot of people think, oh, I can just power through this. I'm not that tired, so I need to get to wherever, you know. But yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. All right, what we're doing here? We're going this way. Goon Hour over on Twitch has requested that I hydrate. You betcha. Let's do that. Allow me to pause my game for a moment here. Take a moment to just get caught up on the chat a little bit. I'll have a hydrating swig of diet soda. Goon Hour, thank you for making sure that I'm nicely hydrated with non-alcoholic beverage. Hey Taco, I almost just pulled my earbud out of my ear. Taco, it's good to see you. Glad you could make it out for just a couple minutes even. I hope you have a great night, a good sleep. I'm glad we got to see you briefly. Have a great week, Taco. And we'll see you next time, I hope. Bolos, you were the only one involved in that accident. That's good. You remember pulling into your apartment complex and then you woke up inside a wall. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Dang. Also just like really hard to explain, very awkward. Nice fizz, nice fizz. Hey bakery guy, welcome on in. We're driving a European truck. How you doing today, bakery guy? How you doing? Stoner Shed, you live in Mount Vernon. Wait, what? I think we have another member of this community who lives in Mount Vernon. I'm not going to say who it is because I don't think they're here right now and I don't want to dox anyone. But I'm pretty darn sure, it's like 90% sure, that another longtime member of this community lives in Mount Vernon. What are the chances? Mount Vernon is not a big place. Also, just by pure happenstance, I was in Mount Vernon in September, last September. So, it's not that far away from me. I happened to be there. Coincidence. Small world. Small world. Long truck simulator, Bolos. What, you pay by the foot? Welcome back, Lonely Light. Glad you made it in time for some gameplay still. You brought some snacks, some food. What you eating? Yeah, I've never been to the Tulip Festival at Mount Vernon, but I've heard it is incredible. Yeah, for sure, Lonely Light. I think a lot of people, fatigue in general is something, and like getting proper sleep. First of all, it's something I suck at, so I don't want to sound too preachy here. Like, I'm saying this and it applies to me as well. But generally, I think a lot of the times people don't give the need for like proper sleep and the need for like ensuring that you are properly rested before doing dangerous stuff. They don't give that the weight it deserves, because there's some feeling that like, oh well, it's just a mental thing and I'm not going to be a weakling, I can just mind over matter, you know, my lack of sleep. And you know, to a certain extent maybe you can, you know, but you never know to what degree, and you never know like what physiological effects it's going to have on you, and like psychological effects, and you never know how that's going to impact your ability to perform or respond to emergencies, or what it's doing to your health, right? And again, this is kind of hypocritical, because I do have a pretty bad sleep habits and schedule. It's something that as I get older I'm starting to recognize more and more how much I need to fix that. And I think we are starting to recognize more and more just how actually harmful in the long term, you know, lack of sleep or poor sleep can be. And of course, you know, there's people with sleep struggles for all kinds of reasons. I'm not trying to like stress you the heck out if you struggle with insomnia or whatever. Of course, you know, like that's, you know, I'm sure you're working and doing your best to manage that as you can. I'm not trying to wag the finger at anyone necessarily. What I'm saying is, if you have the opportunity to be kinder to yourself, and you have the opportunity or the ability to say, hey, maybe I should try and improve my sleep quality, sleep time, sleep schedule. You know, we're finding out more and more that is like really, really worth doing from a health perspective, from a safety perspective. And it's not just a thing where you should brush it off and just say, whatever, I'm just going to tough it out because I'm tough, I don't need sleep. No, it does have real and potentially serious consequences. So there's another PSA. Where am I at? Goon. Oh, were you Goon over in the YouTube chat talking about how you wanted to try out some Eurotruck? Wait, they have a Starburst flavor sparkling ice. I've never had that one. This is just a cherry limeade. I've never seen the Starbucks flavor. Starbucks. Starburst. What would a Starbucks flavor be? Americano flavored sparkling ice drink. Gross. Never seen the Starburst flavor. Yo, 10,000 bees. What is up? Welcome in on the YouTube chat. Also, Barrette Blanchette. Welcome. Robin says, I'm in the central interior, so like Prince George Vanderhoof area. Nice. It's been a while since I've been up to PG, but yeah, that's awesome. I have a friend, well, I had a friend who lived up there, and then their family ended up moving out to the east. It's Nova Scotia, and I have a friend. She and her family are looking at moving up to PG. So, what are we hauling today? Fugly, we are hauling. I feel so brutal calling you that. That's what it says in the chat. That's the name. We are hauling train axles right now in the game. Kilomilo says, don't drive too tired. You need at least 4. No, don't drive 4 tired either. Do not. Brett, you usually tune in on Twitch. Well, what's it like on the other side? How are you enjoying the YouTube side of things? It's pretty quiet, isn't it? Pretty chill. Pretty well behaved. Grapple says, I wish I could pause the world in my truck to have a drink, right? A non-alcoholic, completely safe and legal drink. Even if you could pause the world. Even if you can pause the world. Hello, Celeste. Good morning. Welcome on in. Krem the Existential says I can't sleep right now, so I've given up the attempt. Sometimes it's also important to know when to throw in the towel. And everyone obviously has a different sleep schedule, so different ways that work for them. It can be tough. I definitely have that situation where I try to fix my sleep schedule and I just end up there laying there in the darkness, staring at the dark ceiling, unable to sleep for hours and hours. It's a bad scene. It's no fun. So I get that too. It can be tough. Lonely Light says exactly. The human body can only do so much when you don't give it what it needs. I started taking sleep a lot more seriously after I got this job. Knowing that I have lives in my hands every single day makes it imperative to my routine. That's a fantastic way to think about it. It's not just, well, it is your well-being, but also the well-being of everybody that you look out for, the equipment that you maintain for them, right? For sure. There's a lot of very, very good reasons to get proper sleep. Why is that? What's up? ASMR or just chatting? Fair question. It's a bit of both around here. ASMR is kind of my thing, but here on Twitch I'm very chatty. We do gameplay, but it's not like traditional trigger based ASMR. It's just kind of like chill vibes, hang out, chat, play some games, but like down tempo, just really relaxed. Over on my YouTube channel, my video content tends to be much more ASMR focused, a lot more like whispering content, definitely even slower, more relaxed. But here, I used to call this ASMR-ish. ASMR-ish. It's probably still a better descriptor, but whatever. It's ASMR-ish. The typos are real, says Brett. It's good though. I'm glad you're enjoying it over on the YouTube side. Welcome back from your lurk, Mr. Sky. Welcome back. Bruce says, I feel like you hear so many people say, oh, I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'm just like, yeah, man, but you don't want the dead part to be when you're 35 because you don't sleep. And again, like, I am somewhat guilty of that. I would never, recommend or, glorify being that way. But it is tough when you only have so many hours in a day and there's so much you want to accomplish. But I think part of having that level of self-control and knowing yourself well enough to be able to say, I know that I'm going to feel better, I know I'm going to perform better, and ultimately be more capable of achieving all those goals if I'm kind to myself and give myself that sleep, give my body what it needs. I think that is part of that realization, right? Even if you feel like I'm wasting my time or there's things I need to do, ultimately it's much better. You'll feel much better. And it's much kinder to the people around you too if you get, adequate sleep. Zarbin says, I'm on parental leave right now with my third kid. I know all about what no sleep can do to the human body. Well, yeah, so then that's an extenuating circumstance where, when you have a kid, especially an infant, you don't always have a choice, right? You do what you have to do. And I guess our biology has set us up that way. But hopefully that is not a long-term situation for you. But I certainly do know, I have some friends, that have young kids, under a year old. And, that has been the experience, what they've been struggling with, and sometimes that struggle can be very real. So Zarban, I hope that between you and hopefully, you know, you have a partner in the picture, someone that can help, you know, where you can each, you know, be there for one another as much as possible, and carry that load together. Olivar, welcome on in. Hey, happy 12-month sub-anniversary, Olivar. Happy 12 months. Happy 1 year in the sub club. Welcome on back for another month, and thank you for a year of super kind support. Olivar says, hello again, Nick. Bought Diablo 4 partly due to your love of the series, and I am loving it. Extremely Moorish gameplay. Yeah, I mean, that franchise in a nutshell is, you know, designed to be like as addictive as possible. And I'm glad you are enjoying it. I need to get back to D4. I've heard that they have changed quite a bit, that the latest seasons have actually generally been pretty good, and I would like to experience some of that. But I also heard that they're dropping a big itemization update not too long from now, which is something I've been waiting for, and so I want to see what they do there, and then maybe that'll be my time to jump back in. But I'm glad you've been enjoying it, Olivar. Alright. Okay. And yes, congratulations, Arvin. Congratulations, indeed. Okay. Also, speaking of which, Zarban requested something. A random MTG card. You betcha, Zarban. I've got a few cards left from this here Lord of the Rings pack. So let's get you one of those. What are we gonna pull? Let's do this one right here. These are randomly sorted. They're from a set, or randomly not sorted, randomly shuffled, and they're from a set booster. So it could really be anything in here. Let's see. Oh, got a rare. Rangers of Ithilien. Rangers of Ithilien. A 4-mana blue human ranger creature. And it reads, it's got vigilance. When Rangers of Ithilien enters the battlefield, gain control of up to one target creature with lesser power for as long as you control Rangers of Ithilien. Then the ring tempts you, and it is a 3/3. So that could be some pretty good value. That could be some pretty solid value. The flavor text reads, we have a new errand on this journey to ambush the men of Harad. Cool art. Iced One, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Great to have you here. Please make yourself at home. Quote X, thank you for your concern and getting me to check my blood sugar. I have type 1 diabetes, and I definitely have to keep a close eye on it. So it is 7.1 and stable right now. 7.1 and stable. Ignore that giant peak. That was earlier. That was bad. That was earlier in the day. I had some blood glucose control issues earlier today for various reasons. But right now, stable. So, and within target. So thank you for that, Quotex. And Yonibi21, thank you for the follow also. Welcome on in. We also have Mr. Sky out there spreading some good vibes, a whispered compliment for Creme the Existential. Let's see. For Creme the Existential. I feel like I've complimented Krem a few times. I'm trying to think of a compliment I haven't given before. I'm trying to remember back to what I complimented previously. I think I complimented Krem for being very understanding when I mispronounced their name, which I used to do a bit, but not so much anymore. I think I complimented them for being very forthcoming when I asked about what their name was based on, the history of that name, and I don't know if I've ever complimented Krem for their sense of humor. I can't remember. You'll have to tell me if so, but I don't think so. I've noticed that Krem the Existential has a dry sense of humor, I would say, but if a fun and clever sense of humor. I don't know, I'm trying to think about how better to characterize it, but like understated, I guess, is a good way of putting it, but also very funny, and I pick up on that in your comments, Krem, so thank you for not only bringing your kindness to the chat here, but also your sense of humor and levity, even if it seems to maybe go unnoticed sometimes. I'm picking up what you're putting down, and I enjoy it, so thank you. And I'm sure other people do too. I notice and appreciate it. I mean, where are we at here? Quote X, how you doing? Hello. Welcome on in. Gunnar, you just finished Game of Thrones and you're sad and happy. Yeah. Sure. I guess that's about how I felt after that. Mostly sad, but a little bit happy. I wish after all those years that I watched that show, I do wish it had ended differently. But I'm not mad about the time I spent watching that series. It was truly a cultural phenomenon, and I really did enjoy, 85% of it, let's say. So some of that was, in fact, the highs are so high in Game of Thrones. Like, honestly, some of the best TV ever, without a doubt. But it has some fairly low lows too, sadly. But overall, still like well worth watching, in my opinion. All right. Grapple live Gara reaction to the last season of Game of Thrones. Yeah, things happened that shouldn't have happened. I wish it was different. But we got what we got. We have to make our peace with it. Yeah. Rick Grimes says, if anyone hasn't been watching, the new Walking Dead show, The Ones Who Live, has been phenomenal. Sarah would be interested to hear that, because she fell off Walking Dead after, 8 seasons or something like that, but she'd probably be happy to watch a good new one. The writing's superb and it feels like old school Walking Dead. Well, then we're probably gonna have to check it out, because that's definitely something she would enjoy, and I would too. I watched probably the first 4 seasons, maybe, Walking Dead. I know there's like 1 billion, but that's sort of where I tapped out. Yeah, it felt extremely rushed, Mr. Sky. Sorry, switching tracks back to Game of Thrones now. The ending, the last 2 seasons felt super duper rushed. I really wish that they had the time to breathe that they deserved, but I understand there's all kinds of reasons why they didn't. I've never seen Breaking Bad, Bolos. I've never seen Breaking Bad. I know, that's It's like a wild thing to say. It's such a well-known and renowned show, but the Battle of the Blackwater is so good, Grapple. Oh my god, there's so many amazing Game of Thrones episodes. That is one of the Red Wedding, obviously, like, yeah, I don't want to say anything more or spoil anything just in case anybody hasn't seen, you know, but yeah, the whole, like, some of the most visceral reactions to TV I've ever experienced, and also watching other people reacting, because I knew, you know, I'd read the books up to, well, as many as there were, or are, and so, you know, I more or less knew what was coming a lot of the time, and so, but even still, truly phenomenal stuff. Special light, Nick. Sorry, I'm having a hard time parsing your name, but thank you for the follow and a welcome. Hard joke, welcome on in. Andy, I'm glad you're finding it relaxing. Let's finish this trucking job, y'all. Let's finish this trucking job. Should get back to it. Rick Grimes coming out here to plug his own show. Yes. Sandor Clegane, fantastic character. The Hound, what a guy. What a guy. Very good character. Alright, let's finish delivering this load of train axles. That's what we're delivering here. Oh gosh, what the frick? The car. I should have been paying more attention, but this little dude almost got crushed. Brutal. Whoa, this is poorly designed. Huh. Okay. Poorly designed highway. Goon Hour, I hate to say it. Sarah and I watched most of House of the Dragon. I think we had like 2 episodes left. And then we just, I can't remember, got sidetracked on something else and we never went back to finish it. But I was reminded of it just the other day and I was like, oh, we should really go finish that. I've completely lost the thread of the plot at this point because it's been so long. But I'll just probably read a plot synopsis up to the point we're at because I enjoyed it for like what we watched. I enjoyed it. It was well done. Yeah, Goon Hour. Yeah, the ending of Game of Thrones was just unfortunate on so many levels, but were my favorite characters. Yeah, the Hound, very good. Khal Drogo I liked a lot. I liked Varys a lot. Varys was a cool character. I think Jorah Mormont was an interesting character. I don't know, there's tons of good characters in that show. Jaime Lannister was an interesting character, and Cersei for that matter, as much as you love to hate her, you know. They were well written, well acted, well realized characters, despite being despicable. Yo, Beanard, what is up? Wait, hold on a second. Oh no, this was supposed to be my exit, but it's all blocked off. Oh no, you guys. We're gonna have to take a detour somewhere. But where? How much more time is this gonna add to this? Oh my god, I just added like an hour of time to this delivery. That's brutal. That's brutal. Beanard, what's up? Beanard says, I've showed up late, but it seems like we were talking about good TV shows. So I will be throwing something. It just scrolled away. Sorry, let me see. I will be throwing Severance into the ring and not elaborating. Haven't seen Severance, so I can't say. But very well then. Maybe that's something I need to check out. Also, something I need to check out. Captain Vanquisher. That came out wrong. Don't take it the wrong way. Vanquisher. Good to see you, my friend. The one and only Captain Vanquisher. Coming in for that 19-month resub. Dang, Vanquisher. I'm glad you could join us. Must be early morning for you, eh? Getting up for work. How have you been? Vanquisher says, I was wondering when I'd be able to catch another stream. Today is your lucky day. I'm doing well. I'm doing very tired, so I want to finish this delivery, and then we're gonna have to wrap it up here. But we did just hit a obstacle that's causing us to go on a big long detour, so I guess this is gonna take a little bit longer. That's our squeaky bathroom door, if anyone's wondering. Squeaky bathroom door. Jess637, welcome on in. Hello. Thanks for joining us here. Yes, Bruce. Yeah, Book Tyrion is a fairly different character, but very cool in his own way for sure. Joffrey's actor was so good. So good that people just despise the guy. But he understood the assignment and nailed that role. Rick Grimes says a show that I absolutely loved was Dexter. Sarah loves Dexter, except for the last season. I think she hated the last season, I'm pretty sure. But there was some issue with the ending of that show. But she loved most of that show. I have not seen it. Brett over on YouTube says, Nick, get on Breaking Bad. On another note, Game of Thrones issue was they ran out of source material. Yeah, it's true. They ran out of books. Those last few seasons were a rough ride. Damn you, George R.R. Martin. What could have been if he had finished it before the show, but alas, we will never know. We'll have to wait for the remake in another decade. Or that's very optimistic to imagine that he will have finished the books in a decade, but yo, Nate, no, N8DNTW8. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce that. Nate Down Twait. Nate Down Twait. Thank you for joining. Welcome. Come on in. Make yourself at home. Yo, is anybody out there watching that new Shogun series, that FX series, Shogun? And if so, how are you finding it? We just watched the first episode the other night, and it was intense. It was intense, but very well done. Tyrion, Hound, and Jon Snow are your top 3 Goon Hour. Solid choices. All solid choices. Yeah, Grapple, like Joffrey's actor did such a phenomenal job. I've been having a good night. Thanks, Beanard. Just chilling, enjoying some time with y'all, you know. I don't know, maybe I should have said that. Now it's in the quote bank forever. Broadcast from Port Farms is coming out of my lurk to back the Severance suggestion. I've heard a lot about it in terms of like people really feeling strongly about that show, liking it. Yes, Tywin Lannister, another character that just nails the particular kind of evil he is portraying. Actually says, tell you what, if I'm having a bad day, I usually turn on the show Impractical Jokers. I've not seen that one. Yo, Dak Trip, what's up? Dak Trip says, Game of Thrones has a lot of differences even before they ran out of books. It's true, and actually, I was okay with most of the differences before they ran out of books, but yeah, when they ran out of books, that's when things really went off the rails. All right, Lonely Light, you still gonna be lurking now? Rick Grimes says, yeah, Dexter can't seem to get an ending right. They even brought him back as a limited series to make a sequel, and they just made it worse. Oof. That sucks. That was rough. Killer Monkey says, always wanted to say your Skyrim map with the wooden pencil was the first ASMR video I watched. Yo, impeccable taste. I'm glad that I was able to help you discover the world of ASMR through that video. And thank you for the kind words. I'm glad you came across us here too. Sorry, I'm not hiding from you. I'm coming over here to bring out the pencil, the legendary pencil, the pencil from the video. I still got it. I still got it. Killer Monkey, thank you for the follow as well. Glad to have you here. Shogun's been really good so far. Says it's not its kit. It's Soul Kit, or is it just its kit? Yeah, we only watched the first episode, but beautiful. And fun fact, filmed right here, like where I live. Shogun was filmed all around like the Vancouver and Vancouver Island area, and all those shots in the first episode, like all that rugged west coasty looking stuff, like the very rugged coastline, that was filmed here on my island. It really does look like that out there. Like I recognize it immediately. It actually does take me out of it a little bit because I want to be like immersed in like this Japanese drama, but then I look at the landscape, I'm like, that's like around the corner. Well, like a few hours drive away, but very beautiful still, very beautiful. Nate over on YouTube asks, will you ever go back to doing the once a month snack boxes from Japan? Very topical, given that we're talking about Japanese Shogun right now. And the answer is, I would like to, and I might, but I'm taking a break on them right now just because like my personal life has gotten very, very busy and crazy, and I didn't have the time to commit to those anymore on like a monthly basis. But I really did enjoy those snack boxes, the Tokyo Treat and the Sakura Co boxes, and I kind of miss them. I do miss them. They were a lot of fun. So maybe when things calm down a bit, maybe I'll start doing those again, because I really like checking them out, and I know that there are a number of you who enjoyed those videos as well. So, but they're on hiatus for the time being. I'm taking a bit of a break. But thank you for asking, Nate, and I do hope I can get back to them. It was a really cool cultural experience. So neat boxes. Good night, Smitty. Good night. We'll see you next time. Thanks for chilling with us. I hope you had a nice time, and I hope you have a good sleep. Thanks for being rad, Smitty. Sleep well. Robin says, BC has got to be one of the most beautiful places to live in Canada, but is not kind on your finances. True words. It is a spectacular place to be. That is why many people want to be here, and that is why it is hellishly expensive to live here. But it is also where I was born and raised, and it's where I call home. And I really don't want to have to leave. So we're doing what we can to stay here, even though it's pretty tough sometimes. The cost of living, certainly the cost of real estate here, is becoming pretty untenable for a lot of people of my generation and younger. So, but there's other parts in the province, you know, that are a little bit more reasonable. But certainly the Lower Mainland and Vancouver Island, like South Vancouver Island, are pretty unreasonable. Vanquisher says Impractical Jokers, when they had the original 4 hosts, is a hidden camera show where they go around doing what they're told by other guys to strangers. And most of the time it's so funny, usually because of the stranger's reaction, or they just say the weird things they're told to say. So it's kind of like a prank show, but it's like a remote controlled prank show. Sounds kind of wild. Tyrion Lannister was a dwarf in the books, yes. A little person in the books, I should say. Oh, shoot. Wait, was I supposed to... Oh, crap. I think I was supposed to take that exit. Oh, rats. I didn't quite realize. That's what I was supposed to do. Now we gotta go even further. I don't know that we're gonna get this delivery done on time, y'all. Goonhour says, I really like Peacemaker. It's a funny show to watch, and it makes you want to watch more episodes. I'm not familiar with that one. Peacemaker, huh? Oops. This is what happens when you don't pay attention to the road. This is incredibly dangerous. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, I think this will help us get back heading the direction that we need to head, so we can finally deliver this dang pile of train axles. Beanard says the elevator pitch on Severance is that it's a job where you go work, your mind switches to a different consciousness that has to do the job while you simply clock in and immediately clock out. Ah, so it's kind of a sci-fi thing, eh? That's an interesting premise. So like you go do the thing, but you don't even remember what you do. And so from your perspective, it's just like the workday is nothing, it's instantaneous. But then I imagine that can get pretty, like if you don't remember what you do the rest of the day, that sounds like it could be abused. And I suspect that's where the drama is. Interesting. Yeah, that's a cool premise. Dinar says, here I am elaborating when I refuse to elaborate. I guess you did not refuse all that strongly. Yo, this is a big building over here. What do you think that thing is? What is that about? Yo! Barely average Joe. Come on in, come on in. Joe, it is so good to see you. Welcome, friends. You've caught us talking about TV shows and driving a truck on some rainy European highways. Rainy European highways. But welcome everyone, welcome on in. Please, please pull up a comfy chair. Get yourself a cozy blanket if you don't have one already. Nice warm drink maybe. And make yourselves comfy. Make yourselves comfy. I will pause my game here. Pause my highway driving. And I will properly greet our guests, because that's the polite thing to do. Welcome on in. It is so wonderful to have you all here. And Joe, like I said, it's great to see you. How was your stream? Y'all, Barely Average Joe, legendary ASMR streamer. She's fantastic. She's been doing this for quite a while. on and off a little bit, but she is back these days, and the vibes over her way are so chill, so chill. So do yourself a favor. I'm gonna do a shout out here and hit that heart. Shout out. Barely average Joe. Barely average because she is way better than average. Way better. She is far above average Joe. Yeah, go hit that heart, go follow, go enjoy some really, really chill vibes. She is super genuine, super kind, and I'm sure you'll love it. I'm sure y'all will love it. What were you all up to over on stream tonight? How was your stream? By the way, if it's your first time here, welcome. Great to have you here. If it's your second time here, also great to have you here. In fact, it doesn't matter how many times you've been here. 0, 1, or thousands. Have I streamed thousands of times? Probably. It's nice to have you here. My name's Nick, and you are welcome to make yourself comfy and just chill with us. Just chill with us. I go by the ASMR Nerd, and we do nerdy ASMR stuff, like video games, lots of video games. Sometimes we have Pokemon cards. Sometimes we have Magic the Gathering cards. Sometimes we have potatoes. Sometimes we have keyboards, mechanical keyboards, anyone? All kinds of good stuff. Here and on the YouTube channel, if you want to check that out, !YT. We'll get you there. Maybe you're already watching on YouTube. Not if you're a raider, you would have come in on Twitch, but we're multi-streaming to YouTube, so we got a handful of folks over there. 55 individuals also with us over on YouTube. Alright, who came on in with that raid? Let me see. By the way, Markush Bona, thank you for the follow and welcome. Almost Dr. Mad Mike. Oh my gosh. Oh, these are such kind raid messages. I only just saw them. They all say we love you, partner. That is so sweet. Oh my gosh, you guys. Joe, did you put them up to this? You put them up to this? That is just... that is so sweet. Thank y'all. Kyler, welcome. Markush Bona, welcome. Nico. Panda, Poho, Game Rebel, Scott's Shoots. Yeah, we talking about TV shows. We're talking about Shogun, talking about Severance, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. But no spoilers here. No spoilers. Whoops. Thank you for the follow. Meliora Zatan. Thank you also for following. Great to have you here. Yeah, those raid messages. Sorry it took me so long to notice them. I have to scroll back in the chat. She might be barely average, but her streams are below average. Wow, Kyler. Wow. But what are Twitch chat members for if not roasting streamers, right? Roasting their favorite streamers. That's what it's all about. I don't want to know what you guys are up to over there. Oh yeah? Is this like a what happens in Joe's stream stays in Joe's stream kind of thing? Welcome back, Lonely Lights. Joe says, my stream was awesome, Nick. I've been having a great time lately, and the community makes it easy to keep loving it. Don't they, though? Don't they? Even when they're roasting us. It's just, you can't help but have a great time, feel so uplifted. Oh, thank you, Joe. Thank you. She forced you to say it. I figured as much, but still, forced or otherwise, I appreciate it. It is not an electric truck that we're driving in the game, and Nate, it is a Volvo FH20. A Volvo FH20 is the truck we're driving today. You sound like a cult leader. You love Breaking Bad. We're also talking about House and other shows. Nice. Sarah and I have also been watching What We Do in the Shadows a fair bit lately, and that show is just hilarious. It's really stupid but great. It's very funny. It's a lot of fun. It's just very like, it's light, you know. Very goofy. Lyrics, hello and welcome. She was threatening you. What was she threatening you with? Is she gonna come to your house and cause you bodily harm? You better say you love Nick, or else. Lyrics, thank you for the 6-month resub. Welcome back on in, and happier subiversary. A pleasure to have you back for another one. Thank you for the continuing support, Lyrics. I'm not gonna get on that Dragon's Dogma grind. Are we talking the first one? Or are we talking about, am I gonna play the second one when it hits? Because realistically, I'm not gonna finish the first one between now and when the second one drops. So probably not. As much as I would like to. It's just, I know how much time I have, and the truth is it just wouldn't happen. But Dragon's Dogma 2, maybe I'm really keen on it. Like, I like everything I've seen. It is expensive. It is 95 Canadian dollars. I know that's just what games are these days, but it's just a lot. But I think I'll wait and see what the critical reviews are, and if it is 10 out of 10 game of the year contender, I guess I'll have to get it, won't I? They know better than to step out of line. They don't want to know what they'll get. Maybe they do. Maybe they do want to know. This is the first one's your favorite RPG ever. That is definitely a reason to be excited about the second one. Yeah, I never did play the first one. But I do know it was very much a cult classic that some people really, really liked. So, make chat buy it. Is this where I have to threaten all y'all like Barely Average Joe, and you don't want to know what's gonna happen if you don't buy me Dragon's Dogma 2? Because that's how Joe talks, right? He's like, I'm gonna break some kneecaps. Yeah, I'm sure there's ways. There's ways I could make it happen. Chat funded or otherwise. But yeah, I'm pretty keen on it. It did make it on my top 10 games I'm most looking forward to in 2024 list from back in January, which, if you're curious, you can find that video on my YouTube channel, !YT, along with hundreds of other videos, literally hundreds. But that is definitely one of them, where I talk about my most anticipated games of the year. Spot on impersonation. I know. I've been to some. I'm not saying I'm like, you know, perfect impersonator, but I've been to a few. I've been to a few Joe streams. I think I know she likes to break some kneecaps. Honk the horn? Oh gosh, what is the horn honking button? There you go. Honk dad horn. ASMR. Horn honking. ASMR. Big truck horn honking. Which sounds sus when I say it like that. Okay, how am I supposed to deliver this load? I got blocked the one way, and now I'm blocked this way. I don't think I can finish this delivery. What? I'm not allowed to talk about delivering loads. I don't know that there's a way to do this, because both exits are blocked. Now it's just trying to route me back the other way. Okay. Okay, this is getting stupid. Let's go look at a map. There's got to be another way to do this. Because I tried to just follow the auto map, like the GPS, and now it's telling me that I have to. Okay, we're going to Innsbruck. And we're trying to get on this highway, this exit here. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. What we need to do is we need to go through Munich and come all the way around. I'm pretty sure that's the only way. This delivery is going to be late, y'all. This is ridiculous. So let's plot a course, set a course. Oh God, what is it doing now? I don't know. Anonymous, Anon, thank you for gifting that sub to Barely Average Joe. Joe, welcome on in. Freaking great to have you here in the sub club. Big hype. Potato tapping hype. Joe, welcome back to the Potato Pals. Please do enjoy your subscription benefits gifted to you by an anonymous benefactor. An anonymous benefactor who chooses to stay hidden in the shadows, but anon. Know that you are very much appreciated by myself and by Joe. I'm sure. Take the police car with you. Hop out of the truck. Jump in the police car. Just go. Go. Ram them just a little bit. I was tempted. I was like, can I just kind of go around this fire engine? Maybe I can squeeze by that fire truck. You're not supposed to, but I probably could. Make a ramp and jump over the barrier. Late delivery, late stream, it's true. Can't you map through Salzburg and then around? I could go this way. Yeah? This is the troublesome road. I guess I could take this. Well, what do you think is faster? Do you think through Munich and down? Or past Salzburg and back? I think this is faster through Munich. But, it got real confused. Because where's it trying to route me now? Am I really going this way now? Ugh. This is the worst. I guess I could just come this way. Yeah, I guess that's the fastest route now. Because we're headed that direction now. We should have just gone this way if I had been. I didn't realize that both exits would be blocked up. Okay. Is the on-ramp a loop you need to turn left onto? It's one of these. So there's a loop here, and then like I could exit it right and come up this way, or the other way I can exit this way and loop around. But it looks like the issue must be up here somewhere, because both like this exit and this exit were blocked. So I don't know. But you know what, gang? You know what? We're gonna have to save the end of this delivery for another day. I hate to say it, especially since Joe just came on in with all kinds of awesome folks, but it's getting really late for me. I got work in the morning. Also, I was out of town for most of the day. I left the house at 7:30 this morning, drove for the majority of the day, got back here at about 10 p.m. and then promptly streamed. So I'm pretty tired, if I'm being completely honest. So I think we're gonna have to leave this story unfinished, this delivery, in a state of uncertainty. What are we gonna do? Tune in some other time to find out. I don't know when we'll play Euro Truck next, but it'll probably happen. As the regulars here know, we play all kinds of games on stream. I like to rotate through a variety. Elder Scrolls games are some of our favorites around here. Both old school and, well, I was gonna say modern, but they're all Elder Scrolls games are pretty much old school at this point. but Morrowind, Skyrim, all that good stuff, and all kinds of other stuff. Sometimes I try out new games. Game I've been waiting to try for a while is Dredge. Dredge. I picked it up on sale a while back, and I think we should stream it sometime soon. So, Fishy or Rotten Fanny, thank you for the follow. I think. Appreciate it. Oh, it's closed on both sides, Puff. Yeah, it's closed both ways. Yeah, the exit is closed on both sides, unfortunately. All right, gang. Thank you again so much, Joe, for the raid, for bringing your awesome folks on in here. Y'all, if you're interested in coming and hanging out with this crew again sometime, and you're not already following, of course, I would appreciate the follow, and then you'll know when I'm streaming next. I like to try and stream on Thursdays. Doesn't always happen these days, but Sundays are pretty solid. I'm streaming most Sunday evenings, Pacific time, so come on out if you'd like to join us again. We have an amazing community here, and of course all the regulars know what that's about. So let's take all these great vibes and go visit someone else with fantastic vibes, and y'all will vibe even more fantastically together, because there are so many incredible streamers doing ASMR out here these days, some of which we've not visited for quite a while. Who should we go visit tonight? Tonight we are going to visit Georgie. We're going to visit Georgie Wen tonight because it's been a while, and also because she's one of my favorite ASMR artists on this platform. Always super relaxing, crazy tingly. Her ASMR is next level. So we are going to go say hi to Georgie Wen. And if you are on Twitch, all you gotta do is stay in the chat, and you will be joining that raid. Okay, yeah, she is accepting raids. Let's go. I'm getting very tired. Like I said, my words are falling apart. Once again, Joe, thank you so much for the raid. Make sure y'all go follow Barely Average Joe. As I said, immaculate vibes, fantastic, chill vibes, and wonderful community. And the rest of y'all, thank you for being here. Once again, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to spend time here. Make this a better place just by you being here. If you want more ASMR nerd stuff, the YouTube channel is of course open 24/7. Hundreds of videos there for you to enjoy, including tonight's video, which is a beer tasting. Not just one, not just two, 3 different beers I try out in tonight's video. Crisp and what's the word I'm looking for? Fizzy pours, I guess. Satisfying pour sounds. And they're all interesting beers, so go take a look at that if that interests you. All kinds of gaming and nerd content over there as well. Alright, good night. Goon Hour, thank you. Lonely Light, appreciate it. Naga, good night. Fishy, good night. Catch y'all next time. Big thank you to the wonderful mods for keeping things running around here. We could not do it without them. And I'll see y'all